decide. It stays up and stay low. I don't reveal what I know. I don't show off, I don't flex, I don't chase threats, I collect. Stand right here, I don't slide. If I say less, it's by design. I say once, I don't speak twice. I don't gamble, but I roll the dice. I don't rush plays, I let it sit. I don't force moves, I commit. I don't need noise to get respect. I don't move fast, I move on time. Pressure don't push me, I let it decide. It stays up and stay low. I don't reveal what I know. I don't show off, I don't flex, I don't chase threats, I collect. Stand right here, I don't slide. If I say less, it's by design. I say once, I don't speak twice. I don't gamble, but I roll the dice. I don't rush plays, I let it sit. I don't force moves, I commit. I don't need noise to get respect. I don't throw shots, I stay direct. I don't leave gaps, I don't guess. When the pressure hits, I'm at my best. I'm at my best. I don't play tough, I stay calm. I don't fake heat, I stay on. I don't overthink what's ahead. I read the room, then I step. I don't get lost in the hype. I don't move wrong to be right. I don't chase wins, I stack them. I don't react even when I win. I say once, I don't move fast, I move on time. Pressure don't push me, I let it decide. It stays up and stay low. I don't reveal what I know.
Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, holy smokes, I hope you've all been paying attention to the Oilers off the ice, because the Oilers on the ice are atrocious. They are terrible. They are garbagino. There's nothing else I can say. Use your verb, use your noun, use a thesaurus. That is what they are for anything negative and bad on the ice. Now, off the ice, the Oilers have made moves. If you're wondering why Mangiapane was sent down to the AHL and then played one shift, well, it's pretty simple, pretty clear. He's going one of three places: St. Louis, Toronto, or Vancouver. I will not tell you where, I will not tell you for what, but I will tell you he is going to St. Louis, Toronto, or Vancouver. What goes with them? Possibly an Ike Howard. Definitely a first-round pick. And my supper's here. Perfect timing.
And there's a cold black one if you want black instead of yellow.
What? Cold and black? Sure. Yeah, so you could have just asked for a stick and seen how much they said it was going to be. Because I've heard it was up to $20.
Separately, yes, but I did look at while I was waiting in the app, and apparently you can get a stick meal with a Big Mac for $15.
Then why didn't you?
Because it was after I had already ordered and paid.
Mother of pearl, this woman.
And maybe you need to write a note to McDonald's corporate to fix the boards at 111's because they're still black as night.
Somebody must have just broken them.
They've been black for 3 trips there.
That sucks. So, anywhoosies, we're going to try something different today. I've hooked up my sound to the computer, so I don't have to have the TV on. Well, I don't have to have the TV blaring at level 40 and then talking. So let's hope that you guys can hear me and hear the TV all at the same time. Let's see how it works. See. So you guys can hear the intro and you guys can hear me, let's hope. I can turn the intro up I can turn the TV up and turn me down.
The nation's capital. Hard to believe it's been 4 weeks exactly since Edmonton last played at Rogers Place. That was also against a Canadian team. That happened to be a night against the Toronto Police. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Rogers Oilers Hockey on Sportsnet. I'm Gene Principe. Listen, California was great, but man, this is where I want to be. This is where you need to be to watch the Edmonton Oilers right here at Rogers Place. And yesterday, Stan Bowman, after a 22-minute press conference, went out and made a trade. I knew because Elliot Friedman had it. And if Elliot says it's happening, it is happening. And it did. Connor Murphy.
So also, in case you guys are wondering, Connor Murphy is not playing tonight. They did trade for him. It's a second-round pick, 2028. So not even next year after that. Now, why will Connor Murphy not be playing? Because he's an American. He has to pass customs and border and immigration, all those fun stuff being an American working for a Canadian company. Hey, how's it going, Nick?
Hi, Nick. Taking Child upstairs for food.
So it's okay. You found it, like, we'll do it when they're talking. So I'll do it right now. I'll talk over them, see if we kind of turn down the TV or turn me down.
Number one in the league in goals scored, but they're 4-6 over that time because they're also number one
I think
in the
I
league in
found
goals
the
against.
perfect balance.
What
I've
does Murphy's
connected my
acquisition do to remedy that?
TV to
exactly
my
why
computer
Stan Bowman and the Edmonton Oilers
for
acquired
sound
Connor Murphy.
audio.
He's a big stay-at-home, solid defensive defenseman. 6'4", right-handed as well,
Yeah,
which
so
is
hopefully
important
it
amongst this
turns
group.
out.
But he plays a gritty
Hopefully you
game and a
guys can
hard
still
game.
hear what's
Connor
going on and
McDavid
hear
yesterday
me.
said this
I
guy's
can
hard to
mute
play against. That's a
the
good
commercial
thing.
still and still mute me and keep me going.
And I think he's going to come in as a 13-year veteran defenseman in the league and really provide some stability on the back end.
What are your thoughts, Nick, on the trade?
Back with the club,
I'll mute these
back
two
behind the
jackasses.
bench for a week.
What are your thoughts on the trade? Also, the Mangiapane trade is incoming. I'm not going to say where. I'm not going to say for who. But I'll give you 3 scenarios that he goes to. Scenario 1, he's going to Toronto for Nicholas Waugh. Straight up 1-for-1. Now, scenario 2, he goes to St. Louis for future considerations. The good old FC. That guy gets around, I tell you. That guy gets around more than a couple of my ex-girlfriends. And if you're an ex-girlfriend of mine and you take offense to that, well then, it's you. Oh, good God. Now, all jokes aside, going to St. Louis for future considerations might not be a bad thing because it frees up a lot of cap space. No, absolutely. Anything that was not a first-round draft pick is a win. So we still have 2 first-round draft picks in the next coming years. I like it. I like the move. Now, the Mangiapane move, unfortunately, to move Mangiapane to anybody, it will cost you a first-round draft pick. It's just... Or it could cost you Howard. If it's a big swing the Oilers are going for, that is where the third team comes into play. The third team being the Vancouver Canucks. And this is where you have Mangiapane, a first-round pick, Howard, and you pick up a guy like Brock Besser. I know we'd like to get Tyler Myers. His name was floated around a little bit, but he doesn't want to come to Edmonton apparently. Much like the Oliver Ekman-Larsson. They haven't. They have and they haven't. Because we have to remember, a lot of these good round prospects we have right now are second-round prospects. We have to remember, guys, the Oilers don't have high first overall picks. First-round picks. They don't have high second-round picks. So your first-round pick is technically a second-rounder. When you're picking 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, every year you're picking in those picks, you're technically getting a second-round pick anyways. So that's why I don't like those tards that go out there and they're like, hey, Oilers don't know how to draft proper. they don't have a top-end capital for drafting. Yes, their scouting group still has to go out and put together a good scouting report and draft bottom rounds well, yes.
Goals by any Oiler can net you groceries for a year. 4 goals means groceries for life. 5 goals, $1 million. Good luck, Armando!
For the Molson Cup presentation for the month of February. To present this month's award, on behalf of Molson, please welcome the owner of Horseshoe Pub, Yasser El-Siri. And from the Molson Coors Beverage Company, Zach Jones.
So who got the Molson Cup this month?
This month's award recipient tallied 7 points in 5 games, including 4 points in an 8-1 win in Los Angeles.
Leon Draisaitl.
In the NHL in power play goals and sits top 5 in both assists and points across the league. Oil Country, please help us congratulate the Molson Cup recipient for the month of February, number 29, Leon Draisaitl.
My thoughts exactly. No, like some of these guys expect their second rounders to be NHL ready out the gate right now. Like, come on.
In support of Dogs with Wings. On behalf of Molson and the Edmonton Oilers, congratulations, Leon.
I move on quick. I don't move slow.
Last week, the hockey community was saddened by the tragic loss of 2 young female hockey players from the U18 Jasper Bearcats.
Yeah, it still pisses me off that these
Kayla
2
Peacock
young
and 18-year-old
females,
Danica Hills
young
from
kids,
Hinton, Alberta, tragically lost their lives in a motor vehicle accident on their way home from practice. The Edmonton Oilers Hockey Club, along with its players and fans, mourn the loss of Kayla and Danica. Our hearts are with their families, teammates, and everyone across the hockey community who's feeling the weight of this loss. Please stand if you're able and join us in a moment of silence as we honor the lives of Kayla Peacock and Danica Hills. Thank you. And now, please join the singing voice of your Edmonton Oilers, Robert Clark, in the performance of the Canadian National Anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Well done, Rob. Well done. Friend of the channel. Friend of myself.
The Edmonton Oilers return
Robert Clark.
home after a 3-day trip in California where they became only the second team this century to score 17 goals in a 3-game span and have to settle for 1 win. And that man got the 1 win. That was in LA by a resounding 8-1 score. Had a misadventure on the first goal on Saturday.
Yeah, I finally watched the highlights. What the hell are you doing, Ingram? But more importantly, what the hell is the Oilers defense doing giving the puck up right outside the blue line? We will talk about the Connor Murphy deal and why I think this is a great thing for the Edmonton Oilers.
Dap up with James Reimer, his Oilers backup. Matthias Ekholm is not going to be starting a game alongside Evan Bouchard for the first time since November the 20th. He'll play with Spencer Stastny. And of course for Ottawa, they're keyed by their great defenseman. At the bottom of your screen there, bottom right, Jake Sanderson. We're underway with the Oilers spilling it in deep. And Ottawa looking to avenge a 3-2 overtime loss back in October at the expense of the Oilers, who dominated this series head-to-head. 15-2-1 in their last 18 matchups. Savoy
Not too shabby.
Draisaitl and Roslovic. A dart to Roslovic. He's in. Shoots wide.
Roslovic high and wide. That could have been a good statement start.
Is your starting lineup brought to you by our friends at Bet99.net.
What a chance early on for Roslovic right across the line. We saw him score an early goal.
Moral of the story, kids, if you're a goalie, just stay on your net.
Sent in all alone. A quick start early for Edmonton.
Shabbat blasts one off the shin pads of Hyman. Roslovic 7 goals in his last 10 against the Sens, who come in, as Gene mentioned, 5 points out of a playoff spot despite a 6-1-1 record in their last 8. Here's McDavid, and he and Draisaitl have absolutely eviscerated the Senators over those 18 matchups. They've combined for 67 points in that Edmonton run against Ottawa. Shabbat to Dylan Cousins. Ottawa on him. 5-2 win over Toronto on Saturday.
I hate that guy that came at me on a different platform. Well, they're in a wild card now. And he waited till after Seattle game. Like, he waited till like 11 o'clock at night when the Seattle game was over to make the point that the Oilers are in a wild card spot. Like, get the hell out of here. They're not a wild card team. And I feel pity for the Colorado Avalanche or the Vegas Golden Knights if we play them in round 1. I pity the fool that think the Oilers are an actual wild card team. And then you got those Oilers fans there. Well, this is the year to just kind of miss the playoffs, restart and regroup. Get the hell out of there with that talk.
Team as well, Jack, and this is a team that feels it. They want more. They tasted
I hate that.
You talked about the success that Edmonton's had against this.
Missed the playoffs this year. It's okay. And then you're like, I'm just a realist.
A young team. Th're still very young. But
I hate that. It's like, I'm a realist. I'm not a negative person. I'm just a realist. Yeah, no, you're not. Like, every realist, every person that says they're a realist is a negative person trying to make a positive spin.
It's going to be a hard-fought battle against the Senators for Edmonton in this one tonight.
Stützle nearly stole one there. Giroux's wrist shot blocked by Ingram, and then Stützle whiffed when he had Ingram down and out. Louis, you had a good look at it.
So that's not a penalty. The guy slashes. Yeah, I can't talk about officiating because apparently that's all I do is I'm negative on officials. But that's a two-hand slash and breaking a stick. How's that not a call, though?
In the spot that he was standing, he just couldn't get that.
Now I'm a little quiet. My lord.
Sanderson sent it in. Ekholm with Savoy took too long moving the puck. Here's Kachuk, and that's held by goaltender Connor Ingram. We will talk with Connor Murphy a little bit later on tonight.
There is no pleasing you, I swear.
Nice pass by Ekholm right off the tape to Roslovic, right through the middle of the ice, has his hand up, tries to go on the glove side of Allmark. I'm not sure if Sanderson got a stick in there at the last second.
Now I'm too quiet.
Wide. Good presence in front of Connor Ingram here by Ottawa, and that's what Ottawa's going to try and do throughout this game. They're aggressive. They get to the net already. 3 shots on net. They will transition quickly.
Brady Kachuk, the captain for the Sens, tried to center. That was the.
How about now? Am I quiet now or am I too loud now?
Draisaitl between Savoy and Roslovic, and Savoy, of course, coming off the best week of his career as an Oiler. Cousins on to Dylan. Cousins shoots and scores. And
holy
it's the
fuck.
Senators who take a 1-0 lead. Cousins.
You miss a fucking call and then you... Fucking butterfly effect, man. Butterfly fucking effect. I don't know. That's butterfly effect, man. You don't make that call. You don't make that call, and that is a penalty that you have to call if you're an NHL official.
Cousins and Shabbat with the helpers. Cousins, you spell like the family member. And, of course, Dylan Cousins goes with a hard Z in the middle. Icing call whistled against Ottawa. 4 minutes in, sends up 1-0.
I don't know, guys. I don't know what
This
to think of this
period
other team.
brought to you by James H. Brown Accident Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters in injury law.
So one of the things Chris Knobloch talked to you and I about, Jack, was the fact they want to protect the house a little bit better, and obviously so down at the bottom of the league and goals against and also high danger chances against, they have to clean that up. What we've seen here early is a couple pucks that have been turned over on passes that should be tape to tape for Edmonton into the neutral zone. If it's not there, quickly Ottawa is transitioning. They have a 1-0 lead.
First playing with Emerson tonight, and that means Bouchard and Woolman. And again, it's been a while since the Oilers have really shuffled the deck on the back end. But again, just a tough week as far as the goals against. And losing a couple of one-goal games, 6-5, 5-4. That's left Edmonton a wild card position, as Gene Principe talked about. Here's Draisaitl in across the line, beautiful pass, great shot, and missing the net time was Rosselman. Draisaitl able to settle it down, 4th in the league in scoring to the net. Whatever, what a save, Allmark. Again, Draisaitl this time locating Savoy, and that time Allmark, a brilliant stop. Stastny to Ekholm. He's open. Shoots. Another save. Allmark. Did he hold it? No, he didn't.
Draisaitl 1-0. Also enjoy the new song, folks. Wowzers. His 32nd of the year. Ekholm and Savoy get the assist.
Robbed by Allmark. And then Ekholm shot just enough mustard on it to shake free and allow Ekholm to follow up and find Draisaitl. Here's Allmark, going to be guilty of icing here on the left-hand side. Whistle goes with 5:40 gone by.
You caught that. You caught that. I appreciate it. Yes.
Bouchard here.
Yes, they haven't had that song in the new building.
Ottawa power play up.
I thought I'd bring back some old
from Ekholm and Stastny with his
thought I'd bring back some old
song
vibes.
With that first goal, Save on Foods is giving away their first prize.
Oh, and of course, guess who gets to sit in the fucking box?
Here, and it's just Bouchard just
Bouchard.
Get the stick into the midsection, but it goes up.
So yeah, that's a penalty, but funny how you don't call the other thing.
It is only a 2-minute. Halliday was checked over by the officials, but no double minor. So first power play to Ottawa.
Oilers on the PK this year, currently sitting at 26th in the league, a shade under 77%. Ottawa power play, top 10 most of the season. Cousins leads the Sens with 11 goals. A clear up the right-hand side by Savoy.
Can't find my
That's
black
going to be
pen
Matthias
anywhere.
Ekholm's 300th career assist in the NHL. That primary on Draisaitl's 32nd. Meanwhile, Sanderson in across the line. Brady Tkachuk works it
There
down
it is.
low. Cousins. Batherson
Sounds
tried
it.
to chip it in front, rattled around for a moment out to Sanderson. As the Sens try to regain the lead here.
Yeah, I'm with you there, Nick. I'm with you there.
Stützle. Shot. Batherson scores 2-1. Drake Batherson had gone 10 games without a goal when he scored
I don't get it,
twice
man.
against Toronto. And now
games.
I don't understand this team, man.
They're certainly going to have to.
I can't wait for Connor Murphy to get here.
Takes the lead 2-1.
Matherson, 8 of his 22 goals on the power play, and the Sens strike. We told you that power play, while not on Edmonton's level, has certainly been a weapon throughout the year for the Sens, who check in at 29, 22, and 8. Kachuk and Stutzla with the helpers. Roslovic backhands it across the line, quickly advanced by Jensen to Shabbat. Jitterbugging his way through Wallman and centering off the pads, and then Ingram forced it out wide. Here comes Connor McDavid. League leader in scoring. 6th consecutive 100-point campaign. The only man in the history of the league who've strung together more than 6 in a row at the century level. Well, his name was Wayne Gretzky. Did it 13.
No, that was off the shin pad, though. Yeah. Team in front of him has to be better, absolutely.
Hopkins quickly flicks it back to McDavid. He'll snap it in. Off the boards, fielded by Omar. Sanderson on to Artem Zub. And now Dylan Cousins, who opened the scoring. He'll loft it behind the Oiler defense. Big hit on that call. A shattering check landed, and now Colson wants to fight.
They're going to go.
They are a wrestling match with Ridley Gregg. They put Colson a big couple of straight right hands. Gregg able to shake him off, but Colson got him with a straight right and a right hook. And Gregg walked right through him. But Colson trying to get that right hook free. Gregg has him tied up ably. Bit of a horse collar, and they're done.
Bigger guy, Podkolzin. Response to that big hit, Ridley Gregg on
Ottawa's getting the power play off that? How the fuck do you manage that shit?
Fun to play against. They're a big line, they're abrasive.
How
that
the fuck?
A big guy himself with a big open ice hit, boom, right here. I mean, that's the forecheck, and then Podkolzin comes in. Most likely going to be the instigator in this one.
You're telling me that's an instigator? Cool. Love to see it, NHL officiating. Love to see it. Just give him the fucking game, man. So fucking stupid. Wow. Nah, I don't know, man. I don't know what officials call instigators. I don't know what officials call goalie interference. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't get what the league. It is what it is. It makes no sense, man. It makes zero sense at all what this game has become. Well, big kill here for the Oilers. You have to kill it. Like, there's no questioning now. If you don't kill this, game's over.
Ridley Gregg and Vasily Podkolzin in the penalty box. Zach Hyman will serve the 2-minute roughing to Podkolzin before. Here's the big hit by Gregg. Ekholm sees him coming, has to make the play. He pays the price with that clean, hard hit by Gregg. But for Podkolzin, wants to protect one of his players. There's the 2 right shots you were talking about early on that Gregg ate pretty well. They would wrestle after that in a spirited scrap. Second power play for Ottawa. This is a big kill for Edmonton as they have already given up 1 power play goal in this first period.
Brady Tkachuk swings one wide to the short side, clattered off the boards, held in by Cousins. Edmonton penalty kill has been rocked lately the last couple weeks. One of the big reasons they got Connor Murphy, a fixture on Chicago's #1 ranked unit, under the direction of Michael Pekka and Andrew Sorensen. Here's Tim Stutzla. Dangling in, dishing off, getting it back from Cousins, then toppled to the ice, and that allows Nurse to fire it off the board.
What was that, another penalty guy? Guy fell over, uh-oh.
You'd be proud of that.
Very proud of that. He's fighting a bigger guy. He took a couple shots early on. He's not afraid. He's a Western kid, played in Brandon. He's been in a few of those.
Got a pretty strong grip, though. That's what I was thinking. You like the grip.
Puck Colson's pretty strong.
Oh, yeah.
And he held on to him pretty well.
Cousins unable to thread it through Bouchard. Stays with it. Got dumped to the ice. Popped back up, but then Ekholm freed it up. And now you've got McDavid and Bouchard attacking Sanderson and Stützle. McDavid shooting and a save made. And Ullmark will keep the play moving to Brady Tkachuk as Ottawa will switch it up.
Good chance by McDavid using the screen. Ullmark with another solid save. That's easily a high scoring chance from between the hash marks or just top of the circles for McDavid with the screen.
Shots are 6-all, and we're not even at the halfway point of this first
Hey
period.
guys, no, Murphy won't be in the lineup till maybe Friday. Possibly not even till Sunday. I'll touch on that more, Renegade. He's in customs right now. It's either he's in customs or immigration. I can't remember which deals with the passport issues.
He'll be given the puck by Jordan Spence, and then move it for Halliday. His shot deflected up in the air. Halliday, a rookie, 4th-round pick, and the Sens' second power play ends without a shot on goal.
Hey, at least the Oilers didn't get scored on that power play.
And Edmonton's deficit remains 2-1. Zach Hyman, 9 goals in his last 10 against Ottawa. Remember, he got a few years back. This puck climbs out of play.
Yeah.
Early in this game, but that
Yeah, like he's in Edmonton. Like, let's not, let me clear. Let me be like 100% transparent here. He's in Edmonton, but he can't play until he gets his passport issue figured out. It's same thing that happened to Kulak and Skinner in Pittsburgh. You can't technically work for a Canadian company until you are getting a work visa to play in Canada, just like if you're Canadian. Nick, you may not be wrong. You may not be wrong. But yeah, it's just the way things work. Americans playing in Canada, just like the Canadians playing in America. You gotta sign that paperwork and get that information correct. And that's why sometimes it's good, and this is where my insider trading comes in helpful. That's why it's sometimes okay to let the player know, by the way, we're trading you before we trade you, we are trading you, and this is the team you're going to. Get your passport in order, get your visa in order, you're going to be playing in Canada. Sometimes when the players have no warnings that they're being traded to Canada or USA, depending on what side of the border you play on and what passports you carry. That's why the Kulak and Skinner one was a kick to the nads to everybody involved, is they had no idea they were going to be traded to its American team, let alone traded at all. Well, Skinner knew he was traded. He just didn't know where he'd be going. Right? Exactly. Now, Szymanski will be coming up. Howard, no.
Stützle yesterday, Louis and Jack was just praising Leon, saying it's one thing to play against him and you have a lot of respect for him, but it's a lot different when you're a teammate of his at the Olympics.
Well, and that was my dark horse pick, and sure enough, as we've got an icing call coming against the
Howard
Ottawa
will
Senators,
not play.
I think Draisaitl and Stützle were a
In
little
Edmonton
disappointed.
again.
They felt like they could
foresee
have
that
crashed the
happening.
party
Sorry
a
for all
bit.
you
And what about
Isaac
this
Howard
comparison?
fans.
We forget
I think
sometimes,
Matthew
Louis, how
Pony
good
trade
Tim Stützle is.
will include him. No matter where it goes, Vancouver, St. Louis, or Toronto. It's 2-1 Ottawa, 6-6 of the shots. Ottawa is 1 for 2 on the power play.
Talked about the fact that they kind of had higher hopes, but they went there with a goal in mind. Terrific hockey, but two amazing players, potentially the two best players
9.5
ever to come
minutes
out of
left in
Germany.
the first period.
And they love playing with one another. And for Stützle, he tried to sponge up as much as he could from Leandre. So he says we spent a lot of time around each other as a group. And
another power play coming up for Ottawa.
Nurse, a little bit of a horse collar. It's going to be a holding call.
How many are you going to give him, Ref? How many are you going to give him?
As the official medical imaging provider to the Edmonton Oilers,
How's about now?
ensures precision in every shot. Go to where the pros go. MIC Medical Imaging.
No. I'll see what I can do with
holding's
this.
going to be the call. As you mentioned, Jack, the Darnell nurses. Amadio just gets his feet moving.
That's just
down
a
the
guy
right-hand
falling
side
over.
and just reaches in with the hand. I mean, it's not much, but it's the perception. He did touch his shoulder, but I think the legs kind of took him down. Third power play for Ottawa already in this first period.
I also thought maybe the right arm got around the back shoulder too. That was not as visible on that last shot. But in any event, it's the third power play in a row for Ottawa here in the first 10 minutes.
Stay out of the box. Period.
Kachuk back to Stützle. You want to lower the goals against. Taking 3 penalties in the first 10 minutes, not a way to do it. Kachuk with a brilliant cross-seamer to Cousins. Shot Sanderson, and that stayed out. Henrique pursuing against Cousins, held in by Kachuk. As Ottawa looks to build on this 2-1 lead. Sanderson to Stützle.
How's it about now? Can you guys see me better way now?
Sanderson one-timer, and that was ripped by Kachuk, and the Ottawa captain can only agonize as that sails wide.
Hopefully you guys can hear me better now.
Every time a guy looks skyward after a chance, he knows it was a good one. Beautiful pass by Sanderson right onto the tape of Kachuk. He likes to shoot it from there.
Hey, how's it going, buddy?
Edmonton in this odd situation with a tight
2-1 in Ottawa. 1 for 2 on the power play. About to be 1 for 3 on the power play. Oilers have yet to sniff.
Win tonight, and they're 2 points out of the division lead. Sent in deep by Kachuk. Whistled the other way by Ryan.
So you wouldn't consider Nicholas Waugh in that category?
45-second second unit on.
Renegade, would you consider Nicholas Waugh in that category?
Blocking the neutral zone with Ekholm and Bouchard. Sent down low by Giroux, picked off by Ekholm. Good.
32 seconds left to go in the power play. 7.5 left to go in the first period.
And Ekholm win a battle and force it down.
Good closure by Ekholm there. He recognized the back was turned to him. He gets the stick in there aggressively, close the distance, little poke check to Henrique down the ice.
Shabbat heels his way in. Fork back to Giroux. Across to Jordan Spence. Now Giroux loading up. Spence calling for it. Shabbat a one-timer and a save made by Ingram. And quickly swept out of there by Spencer Stastny, who earlier tonight picked up his first assist as an Oiler in 31 games. Second assist on Draisaitl's 32nd goal of the year. The Oilers have gotten a couple of kills, and they remain down just
Hey, enjoy, man. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi. Greatly appreciate you.
Fielded by Sanderson.
We'll kill another penalty.
Catching on to Nick Cousins.
But again, how many more are Ottawa going to get?
Ingram.
We're in the first period. Just hit the 7-minute mark, and Ottawa's already had 3 power plays. Nick, that one makes sense.
That was close. He was gone again.
Allmark around the boards to Sanderson. An alert play to Shane Pinto, and now Amadio taking it hard to the net. And a good play by Bouchard.
You know what? It's easy to roast them when they hide behind fake names. And how many names do you need to create, right? Like how many?
Bouchard returns to Draisaitl. Little reverse pop on Cousins, then across to Wallman. Now Bouchard
I've seen it.
shoots, and that was blocked.
Oh shit! That got the forward in the freaking ankle. I've seen it, Nick. That's all I'm allowed to say. It is a beautiful thing. Is it going to upset some people? Yes. Is it going to sell like hotcakes? Yes. No, I don't see Ottawa trading Allmark. They're going to miss the playoffs by a little bit. So I don't think they're going to trade Allmark.
Ask your doctor for Wegovy by name. Visit wegovy.ca.
The price,
Some exclusions may apply.
the trade is, okay, I'm going to say this much. The trade is going to be Mangiapane, a first, and possibly Howard for anybody. For Nicholas Waugh, it'll be Mangiapane and a first-round pick. for Nicholas Waugh. Unfortunately, that's the pain of doing business.
Sometimes it takes a little while to get that pain out of the leg.
And that's a high stick.
That's what he's dealing with right now. A lot of nerves
Good Lord.
inside the knee, not a lot of padding there where he got hit.
Well, an event-filled opening 15 minutes. Ottawa 2, Edmonton.
I don't have him blocked. Who blocked him? I didn't.
Braves, Thursday on Sportsnet. If Connor McDavid and Connor Bedard had childhood ambitions to become architects, CIBC would work with them every step of the way.
You're right? Like it gets repetitive.
Personalized plan.
If it's the same speech pattern and the same sentences, it's like, dude, we see right through you.
Canada for over 230 years.
I see your true colors.
Plastic cups, fancy cups, teacups.
Not too ugly, ugly like me.
Glassware to footwear to everywhere in between.
Any whoosies.
Because it doesn't matter.
Oh, I guess I should mute the commercials. Don't want to get copyright infringement for a Molson Canadian commercial. I knew it was you. Spider-Man, 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 Spider-Man. Guys, it's been a long day. Like, I don't know if you watched my video last night. I was yawning. It's been a long couple of days. So if I slur my words at some point, it's because I'm awake from 4 o'clock in the morning, usually till about midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, daily. So I apologize for me not being very coherent as the night goes on. Also, if you guys haven't noticed, my nose isn't lined up, my jaw isn't lined up, my face has been jacked up a few times. All due to hockey or something sports related. So yes, make fun of my speech, I don't care.
Yesterday, after afternoon practice on the part of the Ottawa Senators, Louis and Jack, he wanted a gold medal, but he wasn't sure about traveling it. But a visit with his grandparents, I'm sure, was worth its weight in gold.
Well, you mentioned his dad, Jeff, 6-time 30-goal scorer, 1,100 plus games on the resume. And I don't think Jake Sanderson, I wouldn't take the under on those games played, the way his career has started.
Yeah, he's still young. Only 23, two-time Olympian. Played one game in 2022. And obviously won gold with Brady this season. Both of them had a big impact in the tournament.
Henrik looking for Curtis Lazar, of course, a first-round pick of the Senators back in 2013.
Right.
Lazar drafted 17th overall. It was the same year.
Those antis, man, I tell you.
10 picks earlier, and he's got the puck. Over the center and flipped in by Nugent Hopkins. Artem Zub for Ottawa. Sanderson up the right-hand side.
No, I don't think if it's St. Louis, it'll be Falk or future considerations. I'm hearing it'll be Mangiapane for future considerations, straight up. If it's Vancouver, you're looking at Mangiapane, Howard, and a first for Brock Besser. And if it's Toronto, it's Mangiapane for Nicholas Waugh, straight up. But I've been told they're trying to get a big fish. Well, nobody wants Jerry, so you're not trading that mouthpiece. You could trade Nurse.
Here's inside. One time on net by Hyman, and Allmark isn't sure where, but he's got it.
I mean, that's out there. Get rid of Nurse's contract. Get Nurse in here for a defenseman. I still think Nashville's on the table.
Who's known to be that defensive forward, but a good job by McDavid. The pickpocket on Sanderson almost threads that one through. Hallmark was pretty tight to the post, so elected to try and slip it through the crease.
David and Hyman on the bench as Roslovic prepares for an offensive zone draw.
I still think Nashville's at the table for the Oilers.
Comes Dylan Cousins. Allmark won the Vezina 3 years ago. But Ottawa this year, despite terrific defensive metrics, standard and advanced, I mean, they're tied for first with Carolina, whom Edmonton will see on Friday in terms of shots against.
We do, but that just chews up a lot of dead space, cap space.
Goals against, but their actual goals against tied for 22nd. Dead last in the league in save percentage coming in.
Like.
His game. Here's Savoy.
Yeah! Tri-Saddle number 2! Let's go, folks! Here we go again. Can't be too upset. Can't be too upset by that noise. 2-2. 3:01 left to go in this first period.
He called it too.
Batherson off of Jensen and into the net. And Matt Savoy with another setup. Here's Podkolzin. Wrist shot flung wide. Good look for Josh Szymanski, back up with the Edmonton Oilers. Played 5 games earlier this year, and as Gene talked,
I love to see Josh Szymanski back up.
German Olympic team.
By the way, Podkolzin out there.
No, I agree with you, Renegade. That's why I hate the buyout option. You're not saving anything. You're just basically telling the other team, hey, we paid for this guy. You can pay him a little less.
Coming back from the break. Good offensive zone shift. And for Podkolzin, could have easily gotten the instigator in that fight. Jack, in my opinion, I think sometimes they give those away a little too easily. This time he gets a break only of 2 and 5. Well done by the officials. Instead of missing 17, he misses 7 minutes.
I got a napkin down here.
Shabbat in the lead pass. Stützle racing in, shooting, and a save made by Connor Ingram. Ticked off the glove and right to Adam Henrique, who played his 1,000th game in that 3-2 overtime win over Ottawa back in October.
Curtis Lazar banged up. He's going to go right down the tunnel here on that last shift. That was a heck of a chance by Stützle. He had a lot of time to pick where he wanted to go. He elected short side glove hand.
Behind the Nugent Hopkins, excuse me, Louie. Off the heel of McDavid's stick is once again Edmonton buzzing around that net. And again, the 2 goals haven't been beauties. Louie.
No, that's exactly it. And then you got everybody complaining about, oh, well, Bowman sucks, and how can he not have this money? Like,
pound one toward the net, blocked by Gregg. Now Zach Hyman curling it back to Ekholm. 1 minute to go in the period. We are
1 minute remaining in the first period. 1 minute remaining in the first period.
And a save made by Allmark, squared up against Nugent Hopkins. So, in case you're just joining us, sorry about your luck.
Yeah, sorry about your luck. You're a little late to the party.
7-0-2 in his last 9 starts, spanning over some time. For the Ottawa Senators, for Travis Green, he said, listen, this team's really buckled down defensively. They're playing a solid game. They get a few more saves. He really feels they can really jump up the ladder. They're 10 points back from the division in the Atlantic. To find that top 3, they're going to have to fight for the wild card, and they're in the mix of 5 teams that are separated by 5 points right now. But like last year, they're coming on strong at the right time.
Nurse off the pads, and then a little backhander over to Draisaitl, who had a shot deflected. Nurse stayed with it and almost set up the go-ahead goal. Nurse again. Shot redirected. Darnell, of course, last week celebrating the arrival of his 3rd boy, Clay. Nurse will move it. Draisaitl ahead, looking for Roslovic, trickling on net. Allmark elects to move the puck with 15 seconds to go. Turned over by Ottawa. Draisaitl, Roslovic, back up top, and then...
And that'll be it for the first period, folks.
Draisaitl got crossed up as to who was the intended recipient.
2-2 after 1. Not too shabby. Can't be too upset by that, considering it was 3 power plays. Yeah, for sure. For sure. No, and that's the thing that fans have to realize. You can't blame the players for taking the money that the GMs and the owners, in some cases, just throw at you, right? Like, what am I going to do? Say no? If you're offering me that kind of money, I'm not going to say no. Oh. I'm gonna go do some duck hunting here. Right, like I'm glad to see some former Oilers just excel and succeed elsewhere. No, absolutely, Nick, and that's one thing that you're gonna see even more is he's gonna get rich again in his next contract. Like, let's not sugarcoat the shit. He's gonna get his money next contract, and people are gonna completely go in on him. You would not ask for less money. Those people that say they take less have no idea what it's like to be a professional athlete and who you have to pay and how you have to pay them. Like, no, you wouldn't. If you were a nurse and you were offered that money, you would have taken it and ran to the bank. And unlike the NFL, your contracts can't be renegotiated once they've been made. You can't renegotiate your contract, which I kind of wish the NHL would do. All of them, but none of them are going to be able to get them. Like, I hate to tell people this, and I'll say it till I'm going to say it until it doesn't happen. He's going to stay in Oiler for life. Like, unless things go completely off the rails this year and next year where they have no shot at all, he's an Oiler. Where else is he going to go that he can win like he can here? Nowhere. Because anywhere that he goes to, they have to trade their stars to get him. Right? Like, let's be 100% real 100% of the time. Anywhere he goes, Toronto, they're going to have to get rid of Matthews to get him, Nylander to get him, the entire decor to get him. LA, they're going to have to trade everybody and their mothers to get him. Even San Jose. Everyone's like, well, he can go to San Jose with Celebrini. Okay, for 1 year. And then what happens when Celebrini wants his contract? He's just supposed to say, I'm not going to take the $15, $16, $17 million because Connor McDavid's here? That's stupid. No, he's going to want his $17, $20 to $30 million a year for 7 years. Like, no, Matthews is leaving. As soon as his contract is up, well, from what I've been hearing, his contract, he may be gone next season before his contract even is up. Because he's not happy in Toronto. Different strokes for different folks. But yes, he is not happy in Toronto at all. Why would he be? Like, the city bashes you every chance they get. They blame you for every first round exit that you had. Like, and here's what I will say. For all those people that are claiming that McDavid is this winner and this super winner, McKinnon is this winner. Like, this is one thing that I felt very passionately about, that I had to have this conversation with a certain Oilers Nation guy in DMs. I didn't really want to make it all public, but I'll just say what my side was. I'm not going to tell you what his side was or what his thing is. He said that the reason why Nathan MacKinnon doesn't get as much shit as McDavid does is McKinnon's won. He won a cup. But if you want to look at longevity, how many playoff rounds and playoff wins and actual playoff success, McDavid has him covered and beaten. The only thing MacKinnon has is one cup run that he won the cup on. Other than that, first round exit, missed the playoffs, first round exit, second round exit, missed the playoffs. He's had one good run. Yeah, it ended up winning the Stanley Cup, okay? But that doesn't mean that he's a winner. He won once. It's one more time than McDavid and the Oilers have in the last 10 years, but I digress. That is my argument when people compare why MacKinnon doesn't get crapped on for how bad he plays. He also plays in Colorado, where, let's be honest, NHL hockey in Colorado is the 5th most popular sport in that city. Like, I would love nothing more than to see actual pressure. Right? I would love to see actual pressure on Nathan MacKinnon and Makar. It absolutely is the Colorado Rockies. Jesus Christ. Let's be honest. Colorado, what are your 5 sports in Colorado that are better than the Avalanche as far as media attention, fan attention, and pressure to win? Denver Nuggets, Denver Broncos, Colorado Rockies, and the University of Colorado. That football program is better media coverage and better more pressure than what the Avalanche have. Colorado Rockies to me, damn it. Exactly. Also, to all those Calgary Flame fan whiners complaining, why can't we just host the World Cup by ourselves? Why do we need the Edmonton Arena? Because you can't host 12 teams in one arena. What are you going to do, have 2 games a day? At most 3 games a day? No, like, as my grandpa would say, dummy up. Good times. I'm looking for wild boar, and all I'm seeing is Siberian musk deer. right? And last time I checked, the Calgary Flames didn't build 2 arenas for $200 billion. Boy. What a bunch of douche nozzles. Oh, that's a pig. That's a pig. That's a pig. I heard a pig. Yeah, piggy, 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 piggy. No, and I think it's pretty cool that Danielle Smith put out the statement that she would have government funding for this. Because I think that'd bring a lot of money into the province of Alberta. Don't say that too loud. People don't want money coming to Alberta. You can't say that. I'm trying to find. He's hiding in the trees. Like, I wish I could show you guys what this looks like. I'm in Siberia right now hunting wild boar. And it's fun. It's just all white. And apparently these boars hide in the thickest of brush. And I can't really run because that'll spook the animal. So you got to be selective at what you do. Well, okay. Oh, yeah. Definitely fun hunting in RDR2. Please tell me these are boar tracks. No, they are not. Okay. Oh, good God. Ooh, I found a nest. Found a boar's nest. That's good. Two after 1. In case you're late and hadn't show up. Ottawa scores the first goal. Cousins, assisted by Cousin and Shabbat, 1-0 Ottawa. Then Draisaitl ties the game up, assisted by Ekholm and Savoy. Power play Ottawa. Power play goal Ottawa. Batherson assisted by Kachuk and Stutzel. Play number 2, Ottawa power play number 3, both no goals. Draisaitl then decides, you know what, I've had enough playing with my food. I'm going to score a goal. He scores to tie the game up at 2. Unassisted goal. So we got a 2-2 hockey game. We're about to start the second period in probably 30 seconds. So I'll switch over to the main screen. There you go.
Oh, that tastes heavenly. But, what's this?
Dear, I forgot about
That's still commercial. Yeah, I feel you on that, Nick. I feel you. But they had other plans, like pushing CM Punk as hard as they are. I don't like it. I don't like the fact that anything in Chicago, CM Punk wins, and apparently so does AJ Lee. Anything in Chicago, she wins too. I don't like it, but anywhoosies. Yeah. Yeah, the AJ Styles retiring thing. That one got my feelings. I was in my feelings for a bit after that one. As a big AJ Styles wrestling fan from TNA, and then over to New Japan, that one got me a little bit. Don't get me wrong, the entrance was cool. It's just I don't like that any PLE or pay-per-view in Chicago, CM Punk is going to win. Like, it doesn't matter who he's going against. He could go up against Hulk Hogan in his prime, and it's CM Punk for the win. That's the only thing I don't like. Like, it's predictable. World Baseball Classic on Sportsnet starts tomorrow. I'll be watching that. Yeah, you can't be concerned about what the Edmonton Oilers are doing. Like, and it's not a disrespectful thing at all to say. It's like, I don't care. I don't coach the Edmonton Oilers. I don't care what the Edmonton Oilers are doing. Yeah. It's got to make sense for Jericho to come back, though. Like, it's got to make sense for him.
Win tonight would not only be back in third place, but they'd also just be 2 points out of the division lead. Rifled up to Brady Kachuk. Oilers have had to rally twice to tie Kachuk. Bounced one in front. Pinball back to Bouchard. Kachuk holds it in. Quick shot. Cousins and a save made by Ingram. Bouchard ahead to McDavid. Sanderson back defending. Zug rolls over with secondary layer of coverage for Sanderson up the left-hand side. And the Sens have got to redefine themselves under Travis Green.
Yeah, he really likes the way they're playing right now, too, and he likes the group. He likes the fact they're going together. There's a blast.
Blockered away by Ingram. Zub. Stutzla tried to tuck one inside. Swept away by Nugent Hopkins. And Thomas Chabot able to avoid a collision with Stutzla and jam it in. Bouchard back to collect.
Oh, man. That Randy Orton CM Punk situation is going to get volatile. You got to think Cody Rhodes finds his way legitimately into that, though, right?
Looking to stretch up the ice, Edmonton. So trying to catch Ottawa. You saw Roslovic going in a breakaway right out of the gates of the first period. He almost had a second one. And right there, McDavid was gone.
Wave off icing at the last instant. Quite sure why, but Savoy will go back to work. By the way, he's going to get credit for the second assist on the Draisaitl goal that tied the game at 1. So that gives Savoy now 7 points in his last 4 games. Spencer Stastny still waiting for that elusive first assist as an Oiler. Draisaitl on to Jack Rossite. Wired one just wide on the short side.
So Draisaitl gets taken down like... What are we doing here as an officiating crew? Nurse took down a guy in a similar fashion. Oilers get a penalty. Not Alright. Enough with this bad officiating commenting. I'll let it play out.
Tried to feather it across a backhander and on. Save made by Ingram and a rebound. Shot high and wide by Zetterlund. That may have been deflected. Good shift for the Ottawa fourth liners. Broken up by Draisaitl and the Oilers bust out. Wallman lost the handle at center. Punishing hit on Halliday by Trent Frederick, who broke a long slump with a goal in the loss to San Jose on Saturday.
You could say that loss was due to the goaltender.
Spence across to Halliday and back in the zone. Wallman hit by the punishing Fabian Zetterlund. Now Josh Szymanski forced out wide, circling. Want to update everyone, Curtis Lazar will not return tonight. Got banged up in the first period.
Lazar's out for the rest of the game. That sucks.
Dangling and then forced off the puck by Brady Tkachuk. Tried to create a 2-on-1. Ekholm was having none of it. Szymanski to Podkolzin. Popped from behind. Got it in deep. Brady Tkachuk. Bouchard forechecking. Cleared by Cousins on to Zoom.
There's Tkachuk again, whining for a call.
Toward the Oiler net. Blockered into the corner by Ingram and handled by Hyman.
You're not wearing a USA jersey anymore, bud.
Jensen will slither down the wall. One-time Red Wing back behind the net. Bouchard did not get it out. Grabbed by Stutzla. Made an extra move up top around Podkolzin. Backdoor finish by Batherson.
Fucking
from Tim
team can't figure it out.
To deal with as of late.
This team can't figure it the fuck out. Just figure it the fuck out.
Guess who's wide open? Drake Batherson, and he taps that one home on a beautiful hard pass by Stutzla right onto the tape.
Do the Oilers get a power play this game? Like, I'm asking as a serious fucking... Do they get a power play this game? Be careful, Matt, though. You might get in trouble because you're not being very fair. You're bitching about officiating.
4 years in a row now. Drake Batherson over the 20-goal mark, set up by Stutzla. What a look. 4.5 in. Kasperi Kapanen on a line with Frederick and Henrique, barreling his way behind with a backhand kicked out by Omar. Wallman wouldn't work his way through Zetterlund, and attacking will be Jordan Spence. Zetterlund toward the net, guided to the corner by Ingram. Jabbed at, but not out by Henrique. Here's a quick snapshot to save Ingram. Loose rebound, battling for Halliday, keeping it alive for Halliday.
Again! Where's the call? Okay, now I'm done. You can't hold on to the guy. break the guy's stick and not get a call. You can't. You just can't do that.
In 41 seconds.
I don't fucking care if you're gonna come at me and say officiating.
This puck gets deflected, so that creates a second chance in the high slot by Eller, and then he just keeps digging away.
You can't.
Digging away, this puck eventually comes loose. You're going to see bang, bang, and Eller gets in there, pokes it free, and nobody can really get a handle on this one.
How much are you gonna let Ottawa get away with?
And this one gets lost here, gets broken in half. Stastny's stick gets tied up in between the legs of Eller, and he eventually comes out to Amadio in the slot, and he buries it. 2 quick goals by Ottawa, and they take a 2-goal lead for the first time in the game.
What a smart heads-up play by Nick Jensen, Louis. That's about a 6-foot pass, but to just put it in the wheelhouse with an extra touch. We're looking at this one.
I think for Adam Henry, he came back, and I think he pointed to the
Oh, the puck was lodged inside the camera.
Yeah,
Back of the net. There you go.
We've got it now.
Like, you got a 2-goal lead. You're gonna call something. Ottawa's got to get a penalty sooner or later.
Why they've given up a lot of goals, but nobody able to get a stick on that loose puck, and credit Ottawa was staying in the battle.
Like, holy fuck.
And eventually finish it off. It's not that they didn't have.
But man, this other team needs to wake the fuck up.
Beautiful poke check by Savoy. He's on a heater from Draisaitl. And kind of
Hook in the hands, no call. All right, so we're just gonna play against 5 people.
He's got to track that one down. And Amadio.
So we're just gonna play against 8 people the entire game. That's cool.
Emerson on to Draisaitl, and now Nurse activated. Drop pass for Savoy. Shoveled it in front, flicked away to Brady Tkachuk. So the Sens with a 2-goal lead. Good read by Ekholm. Pass intended for Amadio. It's Ekholm gaining the line for Draisaitl. Couldn't get through Jensen. Ekholm, cross ice. Draisaitl. Bouchard blasts one on net. A save made by Omar.
Just go out and go on a fucking amazing heater after the deadline, Edmonton.
Handled by Bouchard. Returned down low. Jensen there to cut it off for Shabbat.
You're not getting any help from any officiating this year for anything.
And Bouchard with a leaping grab to knock it down. He'll get it back from Nugent Hopkins. On the ice is Hyman to establish a net front presence. In the meantime, Ekholm up top. Locating McDavid. Jensen says you take him. Ekholm to the net in front. Still available. Digging after it. Finally comes free to McDavid. Ekholm. Bouchard. McDavid for Nugent Hopkins. Bouchard. Ekholm. Nugent Hopkins will give it to him. Edmonton has Ottawa on the spin cycle here. Hyman crowded by Jensen. Shabbat will
That
clear.
should be
This
icing, right?
And Ottawa's been in the zone for more than a minute.
Just, oh, this boggles my mind how...
This period brought to you by Rona.
It's almost like, and I'm going to be completely honest, it's almost like NHL officials got fucking criticized for how shit they were at the Olympics. They come back like, oh, we were shit there. Oh, we're going to be 10 times worse now. You guys can't wait to see how bad we're going to be now.
It's up the ice. The McDavid line hemmed in. There's 5 on the ice for a long duration. Icing, and Draisaitl line jumps back on the ice. A double shift for this line.
Jensen and Shabbat have been out there for more than 2 minutes, Louis. Tkachuk trying to power it out. Greg can't get it done. Shabbat reverses over to Jensen. Rolling puck eludes him momentarily. Now he'll clear off a couple bodies. And Brady Tkachuk would love to get back to center and then get it in deep.
All the defending and no penalties taken by Ottawa. They've been very disciplined. They've been disciplined.
Very disciplined, Louis?
In this game against the
Yeah, okay. Very disciplined, Louis. 3 broken sticks due to slashing, a couple holds. But you're right, they've been very disciplined.
Power plays against, and their penalty kill on pace for the lowest in club history has erased all but 2 of them. Zoom on to Giroux.
Yeah, that's the best way to improve your penalty kill. Stay out of the box.
Atherson Giroux mashes it wide. It's been under
It is what it is. No sense in getting mad about it.
Spence across, and now Clevin one more time. Drake Batherson has scored twice tonight. Here's Stutzla. Puck on a string against Szymanski, and then Emerson, and then pressure from Henrique.
Just go out there and play the game, Edmonton. Just go out there and play the game.
To Cleven, and who wisely backhands it deep and allows the fourth line to go to work.
Make the playoffs. Go on a long run. There's many things to it. All of it has to do with our power plays too good.
Approaching the halfway point of this hockey game.
There's many layers to it.
21 games remaining. 13 are against teams higher than them in the standings right now. Here's Hyman. Trying to center, redirect it off the ball mark and take it.
It has a lot to do with the power play is too good. You give them power plays, they score. They're running at a 33% clip again. Well, we can't put them on the power play. They score. It's not very fair that they score. So you just don't give them power plays? And both McDavid and Draisaitl have been publicly critical of officiating in the NHL at different points in their career. And NHL officials are babies. They don't like being called out. Oh, you know what an offside call is. Honestly, Draisaitl and McDavid have both publicly criticized NHL officiating. And these refs are so soft and a bunch of babies that they won't help you. For real, Bunny, for real. It's not like the old officiating we used to see when we were kids where you could talk to a ref and make fun of a ref and the ref be, all right, cool, like, let it slide. We're grown-ass men, we're going to let it slide. No, these guys are a bunch of babies. Oh, you made fun of me in social media. You called me out for a penalty that I called against you. He doesn't draw penalties. He gets hooked and slashed a lot, though. But hey, don't let my common sense make... No, that's the funny thing is both these refs are Canadian-born referees. It doesn't matter where they're from. It's how they feel about their feelings getting hurt in the moment of their feelings being hurt. And they carry grudges. It never used to be this bad, but we've hit a point in society where if you hurt my feelings, I'm going to carry a grudge and make sure that my grudge is known. Yep. And the hardest part about all of this, and I'm going to be truthful, betting. Betting in this... Knobloch's not worried about his job anymore at all. And those fans that are calling for his head are those same fans that wanted Skinner out of here. Just saying. Yeah, they were terrible at the Olympics. Just terrible. But that was the best of our best.
Here at Rogers Place, the Oilers.
No, Knobloch shouldn't be worried at all about his job.
Had a disappointing 3-5 homestand.
He's not the one that puts on the skates and doesn't play defense.
4-2 against the Sens.
He's not the one that puts on the skates and turns the puck over in front of the net. He's not the one that puts on the skates and puts a rebound in center ice.
Put the Oilers in a 2-goal hole.
You can't keep firing coaches. You can't keep firing coaches with this team and expect better results. You can't. At some point, the players have to be held accountable for their dirty deeds done dirt cheap. At some point, Connor McDavid has to learn how to block a shot. At some point, Leon Draisaitl needs to learn how to block a shot. At some point, Hopkins needs to learn how to block a shot.
Pacific Northwest began with a win over their provincial rival. A save Ingram from distance on Thomas Chabot. mistake. The Sens dominated Toronto in that game. Here's Savoy up the right-hand side, cut off by Nick Jensen. Shots
9 minutes left to go in the second period. Senators 4, Oilers 2.
Amadio knocked off his stick at the line, but flipped in by Pinto.
Didn't forget that first-round loss last year to Toronto. And I think that's just great for the rivalry, to be honest.
Yep, they do. Unfortunately, no one's coming unless Nashville wants to get rid of Saros.
A little too happy to be there last year. Sanderson across the zoo, but drive and a tough save on a high riser by Connor Ingram.
Yeah, Edmonton really collapsing in the defensive zone, so allowing the defensemen to shoot pucks, and you're seeing a lot of it from distance.
Shots are 17-15 for Ottawa on the back of 3 power plays.
I talked to him yesterday. He's just going to do his job and try and face it.
McDavid is in to the net, and it flipped up and over. I'm not sure whether it kissed the bar. He had Allmark going the other way. Cousins wires one into the glove of Connor Ingram, who keeps the deficit at 4-2. Connor McDavid breaking free. In on Linus Allmark, trying to pull the Oilers within 1 off of Allmark, and it kisses the bar on its way.
That's insane. I honestly think if the Oilers get 2 power plays, this game is tied. I agree, Renegade. I agree. They were celebrating it. They were celebrating Stuart Skinner getting traded, and then they see what we got in return. And they're not celebrating anymore. You got an older, more expensive Stuart Skinner. But who am I to tell the fans that they were wrong? Oh. Yeah, we could also say the same for the Oilers, right? But at least we've gotten places with this expensive core 4. It boggles my mind how people are just...
Connor McDavid with a great chance we just saw going into that commercial timeout break, and they've seen a few of their guys get loose, but look how he kind of slingshots by Brady Tkachuk here. Plays a little possum, I'm not going. Next thing you know, he puts it in high gear, and a terrific save by Allmark to get it just enough of this shot across the grain as he tries to flip it up over top of the glove. Good reaction by Allmark. And a needed one to keep it a 2-goal lead for Ottawa. Take your eyes off McDavid for a second. He's gone. Good pass by Darnell Nurse to find him.
Yep, we can't score 6 goals every game. Well, we're going to have to score 6 goals again. Because your defense and goaltending, and he's included in the defense.
An Ottawa club that he is feasted on.
They're letting up way too many scoring chances. And Connor Murphy's going to help that immensely.
Up the left side to Frederick, and now Kasperi capping.
Yeah, he really is.
4-2 predicament. First of the night against Ottawa.
Oh, they do know what a power play is for the Oilers.
Power play for Edmonton. Here's a blast by Wallman, juggled and then held by Allmark.
We got, what, 7 minutes left in the second period. We get our first power play. Cover your ears, hide your beers. And those people would be idiots.
Draw a power play.
Yeah, some battles won. Frederick on Spencer again. Spence, sorry, just to win that battle on the puck, and then first power play for Edmonton, an opportunity to close the lead to 1.
Gotta win that fucking face-off, though. Oilers need a face-off guy.
32% 30% for the season. We mentioned Ottawa's penalty kill at 73%, on pace for the worst in team history. Draisaitl across to Nugent-Hopkins. Tried to flutter one across to Bouchard.
Why was
It's
Bouchard
intercepted by
retreating?
Ridley Gregg. And here comes Amadio short-handed with the drive redirected wide by Nugent-Hopkins. Gregg went down, and here come the Oilers. McDavid right around Sanderson. McDavid slipped down.
Darnell Nurse did the exact same thing with period 1, no call. What are we doing as an officiating crew?
Forced to freeze it.
A good rush up the ice again by Connor McDavid up against the smooth skating Sanderson, who gets just a little shot on him to knock him off balance. And then Ridley Gregg, who was in that scrap earlier with Physicality.
Oy, oy, oy. What are we doing?
Pretty good job to protect against Bouchard, who doesn't
Win a
take
face-off here,
penalty on that defensive
Draisaitl.
play and lets Connor Ingram make that save. Aggressive penalty kill by Ottawa.
Plenty of time for the Oilers on the kill.
They haven't set up yet in the offensive zone, which is very rare for them. Here's a chance here, knocking that one down by McDavid.
Still a minute. McDavid to Nugent-Hopkins. Bouchard, Hyman net front, Nugent-Hopkins. McDavid circles, looks for Draisaitl, wasn't there. Maintains, Bouchard loads up. Nugent-Hopkins, still
So
no
passy.
shot. Nugent-Hopkins had it blocked. Chance for the Sens to get it cleared, and a good
So
lunging
fucking
play
passy,
by
man.
Stutzle.
And it was Pinto with a nice block, and then Stoots was able to put it down the ice.
Second unit for the Oilers. Roslovic, Savoy, and Coulson pour in. Ekholm and Woolman. But Coulson around the boards for Ekholm. Gives it up, shooting it, and that hit the outside of the post, but Coulson. Now Ekholm. Woolman looking for a lane. Gets it back from Ekholm. Gives it to him again. Power play is over. Ekholm shoots. And that stayed out.
How many passes do we need before we score a goal?
Now back at full strength. To the net. Savoy couldn't get it off. And Amadio looking to roll out of the zone. He does. Smartly to the red. Protects. Gets it in deep.
I don't know why they're scared to give power plays to us. We don't score. We don't score on them.
Lead pass. Captain from Ekholm. Tossed off the glass and out. Settled at center by Coulson. Sent in deep by Szymanski. Tyler Clement fresh out of the lock. Still in Cousins. He'll put it up the wall. Snap by Zetterlund up to Kachuk. Good poke check by Nurse at the line.
He's not aging
The Oilers
fast.
Come the other way. Frederick. Shot Emerson. Save Allmark. Rebound Emerson. Szymanski with Cousins bearing
He's
down.
fine. You're reading too much into the tree
Nurse.
leaves.
Kapanen snapped one on net and a stick save made by Allmark. 4:40 to go, second period.
4.5 minutes left to go in the second period. 4-2 Ottawa. Again, Oilers flat.
Frederick
Just
to
flat.
McDavid. Shrugs off one check, a second check, and he tried to center. Backhanded out by Kachuk. This won't be far enough for icing.
Yeah.
Up the boards, Draisaitl. Deflected
I'm sure they're working on it.
Kristoff gets Draisaitl, McDavid out there 5-on-5. Clubbed high and wide by Stastny.
It's just will Vancouver take a 2-for-2 trade.
The third man on this line. Senators with a chance to move it out, but
Besser and Myers for Nurse and Mangiapane.
McDavid to Draisaitl.
We'll throw in a first-round pick to sweeten the deal.
Draisaitl in front, double deflection. McDavid hammered it, and it stayed out. Sanderson up to Kachuk with Bouchard back. Kachuk tried to change a pace, then center, deflected away from Stutzle. Draisaitl snapped it ahead to McDavid, challenging Shabbat. Bouchard one time on, and the save made Allmark. And then Amadio a steal.
It was close, Jay. It was definitely close.
Swiftly out to center. Amadio in the corner. Oilers have outshot the Sens tonight, but trail 4-2. Pinto wide open. Shabbat mishandled.
Question is, though, do you split Murphy and Ekholm up so you got two beasts on defense in front of net, or do you put them together so you have one shutdown pair? and have Nurse play third line with Stastny or Emberson.
Ekholm on to Stastny now. Adam Henrique churning the legs, little give and go. Muffed it. Got it back to Nugent Hopkins. Henrique, a backhander, put Paulson, and a save Allmark. Put Paulson. Nugent Hopkins. Ekholm. Nugent Hopkins, step shot. Short side and clutched at his right hip by Linus Allmark.
Problem is, OEL doesn't want to come to Edmonton. He's already kiboshed the trade.
2.5 to go, second period. Connor McDavid, stop.
So just fair warning. There was a trade that was approved by the Oilers, approved by Toronto, and one of the players said no. I'm not going to give you full details. I'm just going to say Oliver Ekman-Larsson said no to the trade. He didn't want to come to Edmonton. What Oliver Ekman-Larsson wants to do is he wants to go play for an American team where he doesn't have to deal with the media because he's played in Arizona his entire career until going to Toronto. He said no. He didn't want to come to Edmonton because I don't want to deal with Canadian media anymore. I just want to play hockey and just go home. I agree. I would put Ekholm Murphy as a team together, as a pairing. So that would mean Wallman and Bouchard top line. Second line, Ekholm Murphy. Third line, it's either going to be Emberson with Nurse or Nurse and Stastny. That means a question, though. Who do you get rid of now, Stastny or Emberson? Oliver Ekman-Larsson's not a gamer. I disagree, Epic. This team hasn't checked out for the year. I disagree, and that's okay. Like, I think this team still makes the playoffs. Rangers will be sellers, yep. That was dumb. I agree, Big J. That was the stupidest move this team could have made. And it wasn't even a move the team made. It was a move the fans made by attacking Stuart Skinner in real life.
After the power play, the first one.
And when he told Ken Holland, sorry, not Ken Holland, he told Bowman, I want out. Bowman had no choice but to trade him. No choice but to trade him.
The second period, trailing 4-2, it's McDavid. Tried to slither one in front, broken up by Amadio and cleared immediately. Sanderson belted by Draisaitl as that left the zone.
No, that's not going to happen. It could be Howard.
He tried to stretch to Draisaitl.
Howard, though. Savoy's untouchable. There's 2 or 3 players on the AHL fringe players that are untouchable for the Oilers. Savoy, Hudson are the 2 players in the AHL, NHL fringe that are not getting traded. Howard is tradable.
Puts the brakes on. And then did not get enough
That's
on that
so
pass.
fucking good.
Slid off the edge of his stick, and here comes Batherson already with 2. And then whiffing on it with Zetterlund. A couple of half fans and whiffs tonight.
Yeah, we do have a lot of people that just jumped on because McDavid was here.
Here's Emerson.
No, I would love if Nurse did too. That's the thing. Nurse does not have a full move clause. He has 7 teams that he can be traded to. It's just those 7 teams don't want him. Yes, my friend. How's it going?
He's not yet at center. Fires it in. Wave off icing.
Yes, Renegade. Bowicky will have a future with the Oilers. He's another name that could get traded, though. And I would hate to see that type of trade being made. I think Aki's time is coming next year. We got 1 minute left to go in the second period. A terrible second period.
What a terrific job to get there in the first place.
No, I think he's only got a 17. He could have a 10, but I thought it was only 7. But I could be wrong.
Broken out of the zone from behind his own net. That's going goal line to goal line for Stützle bringing the ball.
And again, those teams don't want Darnell Nurse.
Streaking into that puck.
Because what they'd have to give up to get him is more than what he's worth.
Bouchard unable to thread it through. Again, coming in with 21 points in his last 10 games. Haven't seen an Oiler defenseman do that since '86. Smacked out of midair and wide by Kapanen. Drive by Bouchard. Redirected and a kick save, Omar. Then another chance. And fought for and finally controlled by Cousins against Szymanski. Here's Nick Cousins from Dylan Cousins. And he does manage to get the puck in deep at the horn. And it's Ottawa 4, Edmonton 2.
Yeah, Big J. He will cost you the first because of the term. It sucks for sure, but that's the going rate. No, and I don't agree with trading Howard either. I don't agree with trading him, but you have to sweeten the deal. Hey, what's up, Jay? Okay, Caper Boy. We must have another one of those hockey guys, eh? They come out only when the Oilers are losing. Okay, copyright me. For what? I'm going to play the Tom McDonald song here pretty quickly for you tards. Tell you that much, man. What am I going to copyright for? Having the game broadcast in the background? I'm allowed to. Go check every stream I have. I'm allowed to. And you can't file a copyright on me because it's the NHL and Sportsnet that have to do it. Yeah, I've already talked to people. Thanks for coming out and trying, though, kid. Better luck next time. I'll be back. I gotta go figure out what the hell's going on upstairs.
Decide. It stays up and stay low. I don't reveal what I know. I don't show off. I don't flex. I don't chase threats. I collect. Stand right here. I don't slide. If I say less, it's by design. I say once. I don't speak twice. I don't gamble, but I roll the dice. I don't rush plays. I let it sit. I don't force moves. I commit. I don't need noise to get respect. I don't throw shots later. I don't leave gaps. I don't guess when the pressure hits. I'm at my best. I'm at my best. I don't play tough. I stay calm. I don't fake heat. I stay on. I don't overthink what's ahead. I read the room, then I step. I don't get lost in the hype. I don't move on just to be right. I don't chase wins. I stack them. I don't react even when I win. I say it once. I don't move fast. I move on time. Pressure don't push me. I let it decide. It stays up and stay low. I don't reveal what I know. I don't show off. I don't flex. I don't chase threats. I collect. Stand right here. I don't slide. If I say less, it's by design. I say once. I don't speak twice. I don't gamble, but I roll the dice. I don't rush plays. I let it sit. I don't force moves. I commit. I don't need noise to get respect. I don't throw shots. I stay direct. I don't leave gaps. I don't guess when the pressure hits. I'm at my best. I'm at my best. I don't play tough. I stay calm. I don't fake heat. I stay on. I don't overthink what's ahead. I read the room, then I step. I don't get lost in the hype. I don't move say less, it's by design. I say once, I don't speak twice. I don't gamble, but I roll the dice. I don't rush plays, I let it sit. I don't force moves, I commit. I don't need noise to get respect. I don't throw shots, I stay direct. I don't leave gaps, I don't guess when the pressure hits. I'm at my best. I don't play tough, I stay calm. I don't fake heat, I stay on. I don't overthink what's ahead. I read the room, then I step. I don't get lost in the hype. I don't move wrong just to be right. I don't chase wins, I stack them. I don't react even when I win. I say it once. I don't move fast, I move on time. Pressure don't push me, I let it decide. Head stays up, hands stay low. I don't reveal what I know. I don't show off, I don't flex. I take threats, collect, stand right here. I don't slide. If I say less, it's by design. I say once, I don't speak twice. I don't gamble, but I roll the dice. I don't rush plays, I let it sit. I don't force moves, I commit. I don't need noise to get respect. I don't throw shots, I stay direct. I don't leave gaps, I don't guess when the pressure hits. I'm at my best. I don't play tough, I stay calm. I don't fake heat, I stay on. I don't overthink what's ahead. I read the room, then I step. I don't get lost in the hype. I don't move wrong just to be right. I don't chase wins, I stack them. I don't react even when I win. I say it once. I don't move fast, I move on time. Pressure don't push me, I let it decide. Head stays up, hands stay low. I don't reveal what I know. I don't show off, I don't flex. I don't chase threats, I collect. Stand right here, I don't slide. If I say less, it's by design. I say once, I don't speak twice. I don't gamble, but I roll the dice. I don't rush plays, I let it sit. I don't force moves, I commit. I don't need noise to get respect. I don't throw shots, I stay direct. I don't leave gaps, I don't guess when the pressure hits. I'm at my best. I don't play tough, I stay calm. I don't fake heat, I stay on. I don't overthink what's ahead. I read the room, then I step. I don't get lost in the hype. I don't move wrong just to be right. I don't chase wins, I stack them. I don't react even when I win. I say it once. I don't move fast, I move on time. Pressure don't push me, I let it decide. Head stays up, hands stay low. I don't reveal what I know. I don't show off, I don't flex. I don't chase threat, leg. Stand here, I don't slide. If I say less, it's by design. I say once, I don't speak twice. I don't gamble, but I roll the dice. I don't rush plays, I let it sit. I don't force moves, I commit. I don't need noise to get respect. I don't throw shots, I stay direct.
I feel what you're saying there, Breaking Bad. You're losing faith. You can lose faith. I will have all the faith in the world for you. Trust me, I will have all the faith in the world for you, because I will never lose faith that this team is a playoff team. They were a playoff team night 1. They're going to be a playoff team night 82. Now, things do need to get better. They need to start showing everybody that they are a playoff team. I agree. And that's exactly it, Big J. People forget that the Senators are on a pretty good freaking string of games right now. So it's not like we're beating up on a low-tier team. Now, Oilers will make the playoffs? Absolutely, they will. You guys, like, I didn't talk about this in the first intermission. You guys have no idea how good Connor Murphy is going to be for the Oilers. Like, you guys may not know, but he's that guy that will put a stick in your teeth if you stand in front of the net. He's that guy that will push you into the boards, through the boards, and ask for permission after. He is one of those guys that he'd rather ask for forgiveness than ask for permission. He will fight for ice. He is a penalty killer. He's not going to be the guy that's going to jump up in the play and create havoc up there. He's going to move the puck to the forwards with speed. He's going to smash, bash, and just do all the things that this team needs their defense to do. No offense to Darnell Nurse, but you're a muffin. You do not do the things you should do when you're 6'5", 222 pounds. Evan Bouchard does not have the body to be a banger in front of the net. Ekholm does it. Wallman does it. Epic, stop. Like, I get you're frustrated. They haven't been passed by the Ducks. Like, let's calm that a little bit. Ducks are running a heater right now, and Oilers aren't. Oilers are going to heat up. It's just a matter of time when they heat up, because when the going gets good, the going gets going. So I'm not worried about the Oilers. Honestly, I'm not worried about the Oilers, and neither should anybody else. If you are, then I guess what are you doing here, I guess? They haven't been passed by LA or San Jose. They won't get passed by LA or San Jose. This team is going to make the playoffs. Top 2 in the Pacific Division, where they always end up. You know what? I would love to see Picard back in Edmonton. And you could see it before the end of the year. But yeah, I get your guys' frustration. Trust me, I get your frustration. I understand where y'all are at with it. I get it. I understand it. I don't agree with it, but I understand the frustration you guys have. Like, I get it. I get it, Epic. I get it. You guys are... I get your frustration. I do. I understand where your frustration comes from. You thought this team was going to be the best team that we've seen in a long time. I could have told you it wasn't going to be. The second we got rid of Stuart Skinner, this team was going to collapse and barely make the playoffs. And that's a good thing. Nick, I don't think it's happened. Maybe Gagne on his 8-point night, but I don't even think that would be the case. Like I said, and guys, you guys can blame the fan base entirely for this season the way it is. Like, you guys want to blame management, blame the coach, blame whatever, but blame the fans. 100% you have to blame the fans for the way this season is going. Oilers fans have become a lot like a bunch of spoiled children. We expect perfection, and when we don't get it, we cry, whine, mope, and piss. Like, calm down, guys. This team is what it is, and it will always be that way. I'm with you there. I agree, Epic. I agree. At least show like you're in the fight. I agree. But hey, that's what happens when you go to back-to-back cup finals. Like, you just know some games don't matter. I will bet you dollars to donuts the final 15 games they go 13-1-1. I had a conversation with somebody about a week ago about prices in Edmonton and why they're so high. It's not just Edmonton, it's all over the NHL. It's the NHL that have their prices skyrocketing. As for Oiler tickets in general, not just season tickets, it's supply and demand. I don't see a panic trade coming. If there was a panic trade coming, it would have happened with Mangiapane. The trade would have happened with Mangiapane not being sent down, but traded. There's no panic move coming. There is moves coming. There are moves that have already been made. Just waiting for certain things to be finalized. But there's no panic. It's the move that this team needs to make. I love the lip service that Stan Bowman is giving the media and the fans. But wait till Friday and you're going to see a very different Oiler roster on Friday, Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon. Trading for Murphy was a step in the right direction, in the positive direction. And only trading a second-round draft pick from 2 years from now, and still people bitch and moan about the trade. Because they don't understand who Connor Murphy is and what Connor Murphy does. It sucks that he's not in the lineup tonight. It'll suck having him not in the lineup on Friday. But next week, I'm telling you guys right now, next week will be the toughest week the Oilers will play. And they're going to win 4 out of the 5 games they play. In case you guys don't know, next week is week of hell for the Edmonton Oilers as far as schedule goes. It starts out with Vegas on Sunday, Colorado on Tuesday, Dallas on Thursday, St. Louis on Friday. He really is. He really is. Oh, a little bit higher than that, Nick. For one person or for 2 people? Yeah. Yeah, a little higher than that. No, he's not a sexy defenseman, but he's a defenseman this team needs badly. Like, after Ottawa, we have Carolina, Vegas, Colorado, Dallas, St. Louis, Nashville, San Jose, Florida, Tampa Bay, Utah, Vegas, Anaheim, Seattle. Then we have Chicago, Vegas, Utah, San Jose, LA, Colorado, Vancouver to end the year. How sweet would that be to win the Pacific Division or get second place in the Pacific Division? You have to beat the Vancouver Canucks on the final night.
When it comes to
that would be hilarious to me.
Anyone knows what that's like. It's a guy who used to play for the Oilers and now is a current assistant coach of the Edmonton Oilers. Look at the points that Paul Coffey put up. Well, back in the 80s, no discredit to Paul. There was a lot of goal scoring, and Evan and the current version of the Edmonton Oilers are also scoring a lot of goals, and that's why you see those numbers. But you know, Louis and Jack, that Paul, Evan, the rest of the Blue Liners, and the rest of the Oilers are looking for some defense early in this period so they can get their offense going and get back in this hockey game against the Ottawa Senators.
Oilers this year, trailing after 2 periods, they managed to win 5 times and take 2 others into overtime. They also have 5 wins when trailing by as many as 2 goals. You're going to have to summon that resolve tonight. Louis, you know, I mean, I can't help but think Florida and Vegas losing tonight. We're all talking about teams that have played a lot of hockey. Darnell Nurse was a little dismissive of that. He told me it was just an excuse this morning. Is there an accumulation that eventually creeps in amongst the league's elite?
For sure there is. They don't want to use it as an excuse. I like that answer from Darnell Nurse, but it's just being realistic. You played the most of any team in the National Hockey League. Florida, Edmonton. Look at what happened to Tampa Bay. They now have a resurgence right now. They're starting to play well again and are a real threat in the East, in my opinion. But the accumulation of hard hockey, too. This is the most intense hockey you can play for any respective team is going to take a toll on you. But For Darnell, listen, I kind of liked what he said. He was pretty candid in that interview, and he just said, listen, we have to be better to a man. You heard Jason and Bob talk about on the panel. There's something going on right now with this team. I have not seen goals go in the net against this team since I can remember, if ever, a time when the puck has gone in the net this much, so often and so easily for the opposition. It just takes one little sequence to kind of change it. It was the Ottawa Senators back in October that were down 2-0 into the third period, found a way to push that one to overtime. Edmonton's going to try and do it.
Oh, here's delay of game.
There it is.
Shane Pinto. He didn't have much pressure on him, but instead of skating the puck out, he puts it over the glass, and the delay of game.
And it takes on a life of its own, you know, just finishing that point. But this is good pressure again from Edmonton right out of the gate, starting the Draisaitl line. They have the 2 goals. And Pinto just trying to get this out of harm's way. A little too elevated second power play for Edmonton to start this third.
Senators this year trying to close out games, leading after 2 periods. They've lost 5 times. So far from automatic, and again, Ottawa's dead last in the league in save percentage.
Plant the seed right now in the power play if you're Edmonton.
McDavid, Nugent-Hopkins, Draisaitl, Hyman, and Bouchard. Senators come up with a puck off the face-off, and Sanderson wisely kills some time. Zub put it up the right-hand side, tried to get it to Mario, but McDavid picked it off and brought it back in. Zub with pressure, puck to the middle. Now Sanderson this time drills it off the right-hand boards and out. Bouchard again. Again, Edmonton #1 in the league on the power play as Draisaitl skates in. He's got 15 goals at the man advantage this year. McDavid. Back to Draisaitl, who already has 2 tonight. Quick shot off the post, and it stays out. A lunging Stützle unable to catch up to it, but Bouchard has to tag back onside. Draisaitl coming within an eyelash of his 10th career regular season hat trick. Giroux fell down. Ottawa's down 2 men here. Bouchard to Draisaitl, steps in it in front, and a save made by Allmark on a tip from McDavid. McDavid with a puck. Draisaitl in front. McDavid waits. Draisaitl
scores! Draisaitl hat trick. Throw your hats in the air.
4-3. They might be put back to work later on.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, Draisaitl's having a game, and he'll pick up an assist.
Let me go get my hat, because I do that something.
McDavid will also have an assist. You can just tell by the reaction. He knew right away when this one goes through. You can see it goes off the left heel of Nugent-Hopkins, who's trying to get out of the way as fast as he humanly possibly can, but couldn't get out of the way of that one-timer. He'll take it. He was in front of the net as well. And for Edmonton, they don't care right now. Leon Draisaitl right away went over to Nugent-Hopkins. He knew what had happened and was like, hey, we're on the board, power play goal, and it's a 1-goal game in the third. Let's push.
And Shane Pinto, what an agonizing moment it must be for him with Ottawa in control of the game. Ridley Gregg to the net, and he chipped one off the left shoulder of Connor Ingram.
That's a good save.
You would think he would need to deliver a clean sheet here in the third period.
Oh, that was a great drive by Gregg to get himself inside again, use his speed. And he kind of finessed that one up, similar to the McDavid breakaway. That was a solid save by Ingram.
Cousins.
All right, folks, we got ourselves kind of a hockey game. It's 4-3 Ottawa still. Oh, it was... Oh, come on. Hopkins, you ruiner.
Ridley Gregg up the middle, and there's the official announcement. It is Nugent Hopkins' goal, his 15th from Draisaitl and McDavid. And that delay of game costs Ottawa dearly. 5-0 streak in. Playing with Nugent Hopkins and McDavid down a goal. The guys went out to Bouchard to drive and caught cleanly by
Damn you.
This period brought to you by Legacy Heating and Cooling, home of no payments, no interest for 1 year.
Ridley Gregg, the natural centerman, playing the right side. Nice drive down that right side on the backhand. Brings it to forehand, tries to chip it across the grade, and Ingram, right after the goal to make it 4-3 in the power play, comes up with a huge save. Looked easy, but it wasn't, coming across the grade.
Well, that's a real backbreaker if it does go in, right? You got the building going.
Yeah, threw my prop for nothing. That's awesome.
To give that one up would be the immediate response. Instead, Ingram keeps it 4-3 and keeps the pressure on. Ottawa aggressive in on the forecheck. Eller creating for Amadio. Right now, this score holds, would be the game winner, Michael Amadio. Sanderson around the boards. Adam Sood. Here's Lars Eller. Pressure from Bouchard. Eller maintains. Good shift. Sanderson a drive, and that tipped off glass and out of play with nearly 4 minutes gone by in the third.
Well, you talked about it earlier, Jack, and the success that both Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl have had against the Ottawa Senators throughout their career. And, you know, added to it here with a couple of goals and assists for Draisaitl.
Come on, guys, let's get another one.
That power play goal, 48 and 42 points respectively in the 28 games they've each played. And that's the other thing. They don't miss a lot of games. I think Ottawa would be happy if they did maybe miss a game or two against them, but they've been in all of them, played the same amount.
Off the draw, wrist shot was blocked, and 71 of those 90 points combined have come in the last 19 games alone. As again, the Oilers have won 8 of 10 at home, and the Senators with just 3 wins against Edmonton over their last 18 matchups. Desperate for a win tonight to stay within 5 points of an Eastern Conference playoff spot. Stastny a shot. That was blocked in front. Rebound, chip just wide by Adam Henrique. And boy, would he like to get on the board for the first time since October the 23rd.
Edmonton doesn't want to touch this puck because it'll be whistled down, but this is all created on a turnover with an aggressive forecheck by this line to set up that chance.
Emerson across to Stastny.
So what happens when you're not in the box, eh?
Juggled by Omar, juicy rebound. Frederick went down. Crowd wanted a call, none forthcoming.
When you're not killing penalties.
Now Stützle got around Emerson. Hit it to the net. Stick shot off the post. A friendly bounce for the Oilers.
Great poise by Stützle again. Even with that much speed, that soft little release, short side, brings the bar after a couple good chances by Edmonton on an aggressive forecheck. Once again, turns over the puck. It created the penalty delay of game. Up over the glass by Jensen, and then a good turnover creates that shot from the blue line rebound.
There's a shot flicked aside by Allmark.
Pinto, was the one that put it over the glass.
Here's Tkachuk ahead for Cousins. Stützle's hit a couple of pipes tonight. Steele and a quick swing ahead for Draisaitl, who got it with his stick to negate any sort of icing.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Bio, for fun.
To collect for Ottawa.
They tie the game, this roof is going to blow off the arena. And it's just going to be an amazing thing because they are going to tie up the game.
The two stingiest teams in the league when it comes to shots against.
Yeah, it would be nice. Absolutely. We just don't have that type of goaltending. We don't have that luxury right now. I agree, Brett. I agree. It would be nice if this team knew how to get a lead, hold a lead, and well, they did against LA, and that wasn't an easy task. But
who has a couple tonight for Ottawa.
Oh my God.
Now Batherson at center. In over the line with Stutzle. Great Batherson, a 4th round.
13.5 minutes left to go in the third period. Shots are 30-19 for the Oilers. Score is 4-3 for Ottawa.
In the nation's capital. Stutzle shovels down low across. Clevin a shot, and that was tipped. Claude Giroux pursuing it. A long-time Flyer captain around the boards, Clevin. One-timer on net. Ingram makes the save. And the Sens will change as Stutzle was stopped from a sharp angle.
Oh, I agree. This definitely sounds like a comeback in the making.
12:45. As Bouchard,
oh, yeah. Right? Move this broken stick when it's convenient for them. I don't get NHL repping. One day I'm going to be so good that I'm going to be an NHL referee. One day. One day I'm going to get a call from Colin Campbell. Hey, Mr. Oilers fan reaction. You want to be a ref in the NHL? You know the rules. You can skate fast. Yep. Let's go. Sign me up, kid.
Zetterlund to Ellen. Szymanski will bring it out of the zone. Put Olsen. With Jensen back, conservatively around the boards, capping it. Going to get there. Remember, Edmonton lost.
That would be something. 7-5 Oil. I'll take that. I'll take that action.
Here's a one-timer by Ekholm, blocked by Ellen. Thrust across and taken by Zub. Edmonton 10-18 this year in one-goal games, next to last in the league, and they've dropped 3 in a row, all inside the division. But again, a win tonight, and the Oilers are just 2 points out of the division lead. Here's Draisaitl with Roslovic as his sidecar. Throws to Nurse. Wired it wide, and the rebound bobbled by Sanderson. Right back to Draisaitl. A backhander denied. A rebound tipped away from Savoy. Roslovic hungry for that puck. Sanderson battling. Savoy in the mix, and finally dug out by Cousins. He'll chip it high in the air. Roslovic found it, brought it back in, got through Zub. Not Greg. McDavid kept it alive. Sanderson threw it around the boards. Shane Pinto. Soft chip, nearly gave it away. Did so. Nugent Hopkins stole it from him. Bouchard carries it in. A lunging play by Pinto. Boy, did he want that puck.
Jeez.
Right
oh, Nick.
Here's Hyman driving through Shabbat. Last second poke check. Hard hit involving Jensen. Shabbat double team. McDavid takes over. Bouchard to Stastny. Cross ice. Nugent Hopkins shot blocked by Jensen.
We need to see more 5-on-5 shit from Hawkins, though.
Point of the third period. Another desperate lunge and cleared by Batherson.
That's how hard Edmonton's pushing right now.
Greatly appreciate you. That was way too many men on the ice. Holy smokes. Who has momentum? Right now, Edmonton has full momentum. That's icing against Ottawa. First too many men against Ottawa not called. We've seen that before a few times in the Olympics. And now it's 10 minutes left to go in the third period. It's not looking good for Ottawa. They're holding. They're holding. They're holding on. I can definitely break down this game a little bit for you. A lot of hook, a lot of hold. Got away with it because my name is Batherson. I'm allowed to do that to Connor McDavid. But I wonder if that was Connor McDavid that did that to Batherson. I bet you an arm goes up.
keep control of it to Draisaitl.
Draisaitl to Friedrich. Friedrich dump and chase.
Kapanen and Frederick. As Chris Knoblauch-Louis clearly stealing an extra shift or two from McDavid and Draisaitl.
Without Lazar since the first period, he's been able to do that. A couple of days off going into this game.
In case you guys are late to the party, Lazar's been out since the first period. So we can kind of give McDavid and Draisaitl that extra ice. Would be nice. Here comes Kapanen. That's not a call! You can't tackle a guy when he's not near the puck! You gave Darnell Nurse a penalty like that earlier in the game! Be fucking consistent! If you're gonna be fucking terrible, be fucking terribly consistent! Holy fuck, this officiating! I'm sorry, but if you're going to call that in the first period, you got to call that in the third. I don't care what team it is. If it's a call in period 1, it's a call in period 3.
The Sens are back in. Ingram sets it level for Ekholm. 8.5 minutes remaining. Ottawa 4, Edmonton 3. Senators have led 1-0, 2-1, and 4-2.
8 minutes left to go in the third period. The Oilers are all over them, and they're just grasping and holding and doing everything they can, hoping to not get a call against them. And you know one's not coming. The game is too close, and the Oilers have already scored on the power play. You know a call's not coming.
Shot tip. Stützle on it. Clevin trying to jam it toward the net and then ends up climbing.
McDavid is fucking furious with this officiating, as you should be. But that is what the Oilers got to realize. Every time you talk to an official like that, they put in their little notebook. Connor McDavid talked to me and said bad words to me. Let me remember that. Connor McDavid called me out on my bad officiating. I'm going to remember that. Draisaitl said something about my parents. I'm going to remember that. That's what it is, folks. That's what we're dealing with. Believe me or not, I don't care. That is what we're dealing with. That's the type of BS officiating that we're dealing with. I will go through the out-of-town scoreboard. I didn't do that tonight, guys. I apologize. Kind of slacking off a little bit on that end.
The Oilers Pets and Oil Country 50/50, presented by Rogers, now live in support of the Edmonton Humane Society, Dogs with Wings, and Parachutes for Pets. Jackpot currently just a shade
out-of-town scoreboards. Dallas 6, Calgary 1. Wild 2, Lightning 1. Second period. Third period there in Calgary for Dallas. Second period in Minnesota for the Lightning. In the second period, the Colorado Avalanche 2, the Ducks 1. In the second period, the Montreal Canadiens 2, the San Jose Sharks 1. Make it a final. Jets 3, Blackhawks 2 in overtime. Boston 2, Penguins 1. Golden Knights lose to the Sabres 3-2.
We just showed you have also hit a goal post.
The Devils beat the Panthers 5-1. The Panthers have been officially eliminated from the playoffs. Mammoth beat the Capitals 3-2. Blue Jackets beat the Predators 3-2. That's it. Now that you got it good and understood.
Handcuffed Ingram came out to Henrique. And now Trent Frederick guides it in from center with 7.5 minutes remaining. The Oilers, remember, lost back-to-back games to Minnesota and Toronto at home before the Olympics. This will be a third straight loss at home and a 6th and 7 overall. Draisaitl trying to make sure that does not materialize. Bouchard kept it in against Stützle. And now Roslovic. Bouchard fluttered one. That was intended for Draisaitl, who then does a great job of keeping it in against Stützle. Shot by Bouchard, nullified by Batherson.
Two incredible plays by Draisaitl to keep the play alive there. Good pickoff in the neutral zone. The offensive zone.
Damn you, waiting so long.
Stick to keep it alive.
Well, that was a healthy slash. Holy Moses.
And then wedged out. What touch from Nick Cousins. There's some English on that as it hit the blue line. Nurse on the retrieval. Still 6 1/2 remaining. Sens trying to close it out. They have just one shot in this third period. Nurse gathering steam. Puts it around the board.
31-19 of shots. Ottawa has only one shot in this period. Thankfully, it wasn't a shot and a goal. Otherwise, we'd be even more mad about the situation.
The puck. It's Sanderson up the left-hand side. Bouchard won't let the Sens out, but Greg snatched it away. Cross ice, just missed Dylan Cousins for a potential breakaway going the other way. And now Ingram
Bouchard gives the puck to Hopkins. Shot, save, rebound.
Gave up a rebound, went down to play it, kept in McDavid. Bouchard.
Shoot that puck, Bouchard! Frickin' genius! Shoot the puck.
Batherson, another puck, and Batherson got it out.
That's a hand pass. Good call by the linesman. Good call by the linesman. Wasn't the referee, because you can't have him make those calls.
5.5 to go.
We got 5 minutes left to go in the third period. 4-3 Ottawa on the goals from Cousins, Batherson, and Armato. Oilers answered back with Draisaitl, and Hopkins. We're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time, folks. So if you're here, please hit the subscribe button. Push the like button. Share with all your friends. Doesn't hurt you, but it helps us a lot. Once we get to 500, you guys can even get more advantages of being a friend of Oilers Fan Reaction. We do have a stick giveaway or two. Once we reach 500 followers and subscribers, we will be giving away 2 sticks to a lucky 2 fans. Local 420. I love how you did that, Nick. Love how you did that. So just to be clear, you guys that want to cancel me, you can't cancel me. I am me. I'm uncancelable because I'm not paid by anybody. I'm not with anybody. The product is me, so I'm not going to go cancel myself. That would just be ludicrous and insane. Honestly, we're hoping, like, this isn't even a joke, we're hoping for next October. Next hockey season, we're hoping that the merch comes out.
Hyman loaded up here for an even strength shift with 5.5 to go. Senators got it down the ice. Hyman is lodged up at center with Greg. The puck comes free. Draisaitl gets it ahead of Amadio. Now McDavid with Bouchard as his sidecar will give it to him. Back to the middle for Ekholm. Down low, rocketed through McDavid. Zub to Pinto, jamming at it, and a good play by Ridley Gregg. Amadio lost the puck in his feet, wrestled free by Bouchard. Oh, beautiful one-touch to Draisaitl from Hyman, and hacked away from him by Zub. Across, and that's
2-hand slash on the hands, don't get called, and the Ottawa Senators do it. It's insane how these refs are just that bad at their job.
Stick was in the hands again as he punched through on the transition.
On Zub, no call. Here's Roslovic to Savoy for the tie. rest of the night. Nurse back to Savoy. Roslovic wraparound, and that stayed out. Hoisted up and out by Batherson. That's Savoy coming of age here in the last week and a half.
Well, developing some great chemistry with Roslovic, too. Two right-handed shots when they're out there with Draisaitl.
Good goalie jersey.
This game. And just two guys that are willing to elevate the speed and bring a puck to the net. Two good chances. The one off the rush by Savoy and the quick wraparound by Roslovic had to be handled by Allmark as well.
Shabbat with less than 4 minutes remaining. He'll send it in deep. The Senators have just one shot on.
So far, the Senators only have one shot this period. It doesn't matter when you're playing full defense.
Enough to hang on. Remember, the Sens are
that's offside, Edmonton.
Against dead last save percentage. Here's Edmonton guilty of offside. A little pop late.
Careful, Friedrich. You're going to get the only penalty, even though you got punched in the face too.
Greg. Roslovic to Savoy, denied by Allmark.
Savoy had time to go backhand on that, though. That's interesting that these people think I'm going to get copyrighted. I'm not the other guy, guys. I'm not being paid by a certain company to be live every game. I don't have a jersey, Nick, but would a goalie stick be okay? No, Nick, you're all good. Nicole, you're good. Like, I don't think you can do any damage to control. The Oilers are doing exactly what the Oilers want to do. How do I say this without getting in trouble? Guys, you have no idea why I'm, like, not stressed out right now. You guys have no idea why I'm not stressed out right now. Like, I really wish I could tell you guys why I'm not stressed out. But you're going to find out in a couple of days. Trade deadline is a couple of days away. I'll give you my bra. You just threw your bra on the ice, Big. Come on now. You can't be kidding. How many bras do you have? I mean, I know my wife's got like 2 levels of drawer full of bras. I'll show you the stick. It's a mini Oilers stick. Check that shit out. I'm not stressed. You're stressed.
3-2 in overtime back in October. Oilers led 2-0 heading to the third.
I'm going to mute the stream for a second.
Tonight.
Do you guys remember when McDavid put it on management that the time is now to do the moves?
David out there with Draisaitl and Hyman. Played by Zoom up to audio. Big hit by McDavid.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
He's going to go for the puck.
Here's Bouchard. Got through Pinto. Draisaitl lost the handle, and it's pushed out by Pinto, and Greg will skate into this with a chance, and he missed high blocker. Sens still with just 1 shot against 8 for Edmonton in this third period.
That is a visual, Big J. That is a
3
visual.
minutes to play. McDavid hits the line. Button hooks, double teamed. Sanderson frees it up. Pinto on to Zub. Up the right-hand side. Batherson did not get it out. Draisaitl in front. Deflected away from Savoy. McDavid to Draisaitl. And then Sanderson checked him off that puck.
Great stick at the end by Sanderson to stay with Draisaitl.
Second of a 5-game trip for the Sens. For the Oilers, Carolina waiting on Friday. Again, Edmonton trying to avoid a 3rd straight loss at home and a 6th in 7 overall. But if the Oilers do rally and win, they're only 2 points out of the division lead. Here's Nurse up the left-hand side for Podkolzin. He had a goal.
2 minutes left to go in the third period.
Nurse waits, shoots, and that just stayed out. I'm not sure Allmark saw it. He saw that one from Bouchard, blocked it, but right to McDavid, who took maybe, what, a 15-second breather. Bouchard held it in at the line. Around the boards, Jensen will take a peek. And he wedges it safely back to center. 2 minutes to play. Ingram to the bench. Here's McDavid. Crosses one-timer and that stayed out. Hit the side of the net. A portion of the crowd thought it was in, but Hyman hit the side of the net, and Greg will ice it, I believe.
He couldn't believe this puck.
Icing against Ottawa. Empty net Edmonton. I would love to see an empty net for the other team one time.
Life is full of flavor, and Truly has one for any occasion. Truly Hard Seltzer is a proud fan and preferred hard seltzer.
We got a goal coming, folks. I can feel it in my bonesies. We got a goal.
You mentioned it, Connor McDavid with a quick break, gets onto the ice, takes the pass from Draisaitl. I mean, this is a wide open net for Zach Hyman.
Hyman needs to start producing too. Hawkins and Hyman need to start producing on the top line, just not on the power play. I've been saying it all year. Hawkins is a power play specialist all of a sudden. Get him on his own line. Put him on the third line.
Nugent Hopkins on the left half boards. Ekholm and Bouchard up top. 6-on-5. Edmonton looking for.
That's why I say bring in Brock Besser. Put him with McDavid and Hyman. Hawkins third line center.
Less than 100 seconds remaining. Ekholm to McDavid in front. Broken up by Zub. Rebound. Played back. Ekholm. Bouchard. Draisaitl.
Scores! Zachary Hyman! As I speak it, I live it. Call the name and he appears. 4-4 Oilers! I said, guys, he needs to do more 5-on-5. Enjoy the song.
For the Edmonton Oilers, 1:25 remaining. We're all even.
Right? Say his name, and he appears. I believe in Zach Hyman. Oh boy! Don't give up! No! No! Oh my goodness! You just clawed all the way back. Don't give it up.
Bouchard and Draisaitl with the assists on Hyman's 25th of the year and his 10th in his last 11 against Ottawa.
This is where Ingram needs to be tall, big, make the saves you have no business making. Woo, 4-4 hockey game. 1 minute left to go in the third period. Oilers have outshot the Senators very heavy in this period. That is just their first shot in almost 20 minutes.
You can't sit back, as you mentioned, but I think for Ottawa, they just had to try and weather the storm of Edmonton's forecheck. It was so aggressive throughout this third period. Turned over pucks, led to the delay of game. Pinto over the glass, and now they've tied at 4-4 with that extra man.
That's crazy that the only power play the Oilers really got was a delay of game for throwing a puck over glass.
Fires and a save made by Ingram. Rebound to Draisaitl. Up to Nugent Hopkins. Held in. Zub. Shot.
40 seconds left to go in the period. Just get it out and get it to overtime.
Who avoids a check from Cousins. Up to Savoy. Half minute to go. Doesn't matter how you get it done against an Eastern Conference foe. You just want to make sure this one at the very least.
No, it doesn't matter how. They don't ask how many. They just ask you, did you do it?
Of course, they want the two. Take the one first.
Emerson snaps it in deep, especially down 2 entering the third period. Nurse wires it down low. Here's McDavid. Nudges it in front. And
oh my goodness, that one almost went in.
Snatched it back from Stützle. In the final seconds, Sanderson will scan it out. And we will indeed head to 3-on-3.
We got overtime, folks.
7-5 this year, while the Senators have lost 8 of 11.
Here's another quick little pass from behind the net by McDavid out to Hyman, who just gets himself to the spot at the right time, fighting through a couple sticks. McDavid is able to chip this right out, and Allmark with a wise paddle. As he looks back, he sees this puck coming, he says, nope. Hammers it to the corner in the dying seconds.
Two goals in the third for Edmonton. Draisaitl, that one rattled off Nugent-Hopkins' skate. And then the equalizer. Hyman, again, angling himself, so it's almost impossible for that puck not to find its way home. Second overtime game this year between the two. Louis, you remember the first of
Hyman's 25th of the year, assisted by Draisaitl and Bouchard.
Overtime with Jake Wellman's first of the season and his first game played after missing the first 6 of the season. The one-timer knuckler up over Allmark, and that celebration afterwards. And Edmonton looking to
So you don't need 6 goals every night, Draisaitl. You just need to score 5 goals tonight. That's all. Score 5.
4-on-3. This one will start 3-on-3 as it usually does. And you know who's on the ice for Edmonton. 97, 29, and 2. It'll be Stützle, Tkachuk, and Sanderson. 3 dangerous players as well for Ottawa on the ice.
Edmonton, 2 dramatic comebacks in their last 8-game homestand at the expense of Washington and San Jose. And now trying to do it again. Draisaitl, McDavid, Bouchard. No surprise there. The winner against Washington, McDavid. Hyman, the winner against San Jose. But Jake Sanderson will take over. First possession to Ottawa. And that's a start. Draisaitl doesn't lose many. Sanderson, Tkachuk, Stützle. 1-1 off the post in the third period that might have given Ottawa enough separation to get home. Stumbling Sanderson, but now he'll hit the line with some speed. Look for a trailer. It's Stützle. McDavid on him. Circling the net, spinning it over to Brady Tkachuk. Waits for a change, gets it on to Thomas Chabot's tape. Up to Stützle. Tkachuk heading for the net. Stützle staggered and then spun it in front. Deflected away. McDavid and Draisaitl charging ahead. Tkachuk drags McDavid down.
That better be a fucking call! That better be a fucking call! Thank you! What the fuck you doing? Brady Tkachuk, you menace!
Tries to spin backhand, but you can see no stick for Tkachuk. He knows it's a 2-on-1 with the 2 most.
That could have freaking hurt somebody, man.
And he just grabs onto McDavid here, brings him down. Not a whole lot he could do. Dug in.
Power play in overtime. Gotta score here. Call a timeout, Knoblaw. Call your timeout.
Ottawa bench is not too happy with this, but I don't think Brady Tkachuk.
What do you mean Ottawa bench isn't happy? That's a fucking penalty. If that's not a penalty, Mr. fucking dummy.
Kind of stolen a timeout here.
Yeah, they're trying to rush to get, but in fairness to Edmonton, Ottawa players weren't ready for the face-off either. So why would you have last change as a home team? You wait for the other team to get there. Absolutely.
So, for the win.
Hey, let's go.
Power play in overtime. McDavid, Draisaitl, Hyman, and Bouchard. Ottawa, remember, dreadful on the kill most of the year.
Stop looking at my, yeah, for sure, eh? Hey, Lazar, how's it going? Lazar, stop looking. How you guys doing? Violet, Premier, how's it doing?
To McDavid, Draisaitl in front. That was tipped away.
Hyman almost had that tip.
Chance for the Sens to clear. They don't get it done. McDavid got around. Here's to the net, and he was maybe one extra move too many, and Zub was able to clear.
Well, you know he wanted to give that to Draisaitl. Good job to close him off, though.
Don't force it to Draisaitl if it's not there, though, boys.
Quickly back across the line for Bouchard. He loads, he centers, and Hyman denied point blank by Allmark.
It's a good save.
McDavid. Bouchard. McDavid. One-timer Draisaitl, a save
Minute 12.
Minute 12 on the power play, 3:17.
Thank you, Bunny. Yeah, no, honestly, guys, I greatly appreciate all you mother truckers. Honestly, you guys are the reason why I do this. I don't get paid for this, right? This is just out of pure enjoyment. But hey, I love doing it. I'd just be sitting in my living room watching this game, yelling at the TV like I am now anyway, pissing my wife off. But hey, now I get to enjoy the misery with you guys. Yeah, no, I don't look at the numbers, guys. Like, I don't. I'm not that guy that's, ooh, I got another follower. Ooh, I got 12 people watching me. I got 13. No, I'm not that guy. I greatly appreciate all the views. I do this for all of you.
Just to go over a plan and say, hey, we have to take away this. Mike Yo's the one that's having the discussion on the Ottawa bench.
Timeout Ottawa. Okay.
Bouchard and Draisaitl have been out there for a minute 43 because, of course, they were on the ice to draw the power play. So now you've given them...
Well, here's the thing, too. Zoom's going to go back on the ice. So this buys the first unit a little bit of time, and Zoom's going to go back out.
On the PK side.
Different penalty killers that were on the ice for Ottawa, so they want to buy some time. Zoom was the one with that great stick on McDavid. Looked like he was going to spread right through both of them.
Again, that's what
yeah, it's my pleasure.
Deal with. Not a matchup you'd think
I don't think Edmonton takes the timeout if Ottawa doesn't.
Bouchard.
They keep it going.
McDavid gets it back from Draisaitl. One-timer, Bouchard.
Scores! Bouchard with the game winner! Oilers win 5-4 in overtime! Woo! This team needed that. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies, we are not done. We are not done. What do we do? Every Oiler win. What do we do? Play La Bamba, baby! That is why I will never bet on the Oiler game. I won't. I don't care what kind of streak they're doing. Winning streak, losing streak, middle streak, half middle streak. I don't care what kind of streak they're on. I will never bet an Oiler game. That's just bad jujus. Now, Oilers do come back 5-4, make it the final. They now jump the Anaheim Ducks again for second in the Pacific. 2 points behind the Vegas Golden Knights. Now, they have another game Friday night. We are off until after trade deadline. This is the last time you're going to see two people on this team. I hope the fans that are there are going to give a round of applause, a standing ovation to two guys that played tonight, because you may not see them again in an Oiler uniform. I'm not saying too much. I'm not saying too little. I am going to tell you this is the last time you're going to see a couple people. So, if you enjoy the stream, thank you for being here. If you just found me, what took you so long? No, I kid. I know. I'm going to tell you guys straight up. I'm going to be honest with every single one of you guys. You guys know how I am. I'm a very honest shooter. If you haven't realized, I have no filter. I don't intentionally hurt people's feelings. But sometimes what I say does ruffle people around the edges a little bit. And I get that. So, I will say this. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for saying hi. My name is Matt. OilersFanReaction. That's my name. That is the title of this channel. You guys don't want to know my whole backstory. It's very convoluted and very much troublesome. I'm not an angel. I'm not a sinner. But I'm somewhere in the middle. I'm an Oilers fan through and through. Been an Oilers fan since 1984. I am old. I've lived through the decade of darkness. I was here for the glory days of Gretzky, Messier, and Coffey. A little bit of Grant Fuhrer and Bill Ranford thrown in the middle of there. I was here for Ken Lowe and his ridiculousness as a coach. I was here for McIntosh, as I call him, and his coaching antics. You may know him as Craig McTavish, but I call him McIntosh. I will always keep it 100% with you guys. I won't sugarcoat it. You ask a question, I will give you an answer in best of my ability. I do know certain things in the organization I shouldn't know, but that's just privilege that I am. I do have a little bit of privilege. I'm just a Saskatchewan boy living in Edmonton. There will be a game on Friday against the Carolina Hurricanes. Like I said, it will be after the deadline. There will be bodies here that we didn't expect to see. There will be bodies that are here now that you didn't expect to be moved. Pay attention. Read the tea leaves. It'll do you good. If you watched the Condors game earlier today, Mangiapane played 2 shifts. He got a tap on the shoulder, told to go to the locker room, head home. He headed back to the hotel. Didn't see the ice for the rest of the game. Howard played tonight in the Bakersfield as well. Played the whole game. He may not be an Oiler for very long. Just some words of wisdom. Your best player may not be here. When I say if your name's not McDavid, Hopkins, Hyman, Draisaitl, Ekholm, Bouchard, you might be on the chopping block. Anyways, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. You guys enjoy the rest of the week. Also, the semifinals are coming with the February Madness. The videos are done. It's just the volume was choppy, so hopefully I can fix that before I post them. If you have been paying attention, the Oilers are playing against Carolina in the Elite 8. Your family's from Saskatoon. I'm from a small town just a little outside of that, a small town called Nipawin. I am a Nipawin born and raised boy. Very proud of my Aboriginal heritage. But yes, right now in the Final Four, in the Elite 8, we have Carolina beating St. Louis. Oilers are playing Minnesota. Washington's playing Dallas. And Columbus is playing Pittsburgh. Final Four is on the line. So far we know Carolina's in the Final Four. Who's going to face them? It's been a pleasure talking to you guys. Again, sorry for the hiatus this weekend. You guys enjoy the rest of the week. I will see you Friday. Deuces. Oh, dude. No, sorry. They got beat. I think it was 2-1 or 3-1 by Carolina. Yeah, they kind of got stomped. Anyways, I know where Duck Lake is. That's this world, as big as it is so freaking small. Okay, I'm going to stop talking because I know way too much about way too many people. Now, as long as you don't say you're from Porcupine, Saskatchewan, or Punachai, Saskatchewan, yeah, no, you were right there. So anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you guys on Friday. I got to go sleep. What a win. When in doubt, ask for a Hyman. Deuces.